Hey everyone, this is Brandon.
And this is Casey.
And this is the
Beer
Someone podcast. Follow
and like.
And enjoy the show. Hey everybody, and welcome to Beer Someone episode 22. We're at Tejas Brewing. I'm here with Casey. How you doing, Casey?
I'm good, Brandon. How's it going?
Pretty good.
We're here with Moses. Is it Laura or Lauda?
It's Lauda, but
Okay.
you can honestly, it's whatever you want it to be.
All right,
It's
Moses
okay.
Lauda and Michael Crosby, head brewer.
Crosby.
I'm sorry, your head brewer, sales manager is Michael.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Brand manager for Tejas and Giant.
Yeah, we're really excited to be here. Yeah, representing not just a brewery, but a distillery as well. I got to check out Giant very recently at the Guild meeting, and it was definitely a sight to be seen. The first Guild meeting I'd ever been to at a distillery. It was very unique.
It's a great little change-up. Very good change-up, you know. It's everybody was very excited to be there. It was kind of cool to see everybody's eyes lit up to kind of see something a little bit different operation, you know, just, you know, they always go to breweries, you know, try to check out something distillery. It was something they're also very excited to drink some old fashions versus beer. So
Right.
they enjoyed the change.
Yeah,
It was
something
nice.
different.
Yeah.
Very
cool.
different. And this used to be, I haven't been here since this was the Buffalo Bayou Brewing.
Yeah, so it used to be Buff Brew. I can't remember how many years it operated under Buff Brew, but yeah, it used to be Buff Brew. We took over probably about 6-7 months after they were locked out of the building. So yeah, we don't own the building; we just lease it, and so we just kind of took over. And so it was kind of a nice, things kind of worked itself out. We're in the middle of trying to figure out what to do with the brewery, where to start a brewery, and so when we heard the news about this place, not me, but the owner Carlos Aldecott
They
kind of jumped on it.
Jumped on it quick because it was the same year as 2024.
Yeah, it was a few months. Yeah, it was January 24.
That's crazy.
When they got locked out, and it was just a few months on that. He was working to try to get this spot here because everything was already here, the machine, brew equipment. So
You started this in West Texas, right?
I just started. So yes, Tejas originated with Big Bend Brewery. It originated out there. They had some unfortunate turn of events where they ended up going out of business, and I want to say 2019. I want to say the original owner passed away. They sold it off to another lady. I guess she had a vision to move or expand Tejas into the San Antonio area. So I don't know the exact details. I do know that she did invest on some new brewery equipment, but that company that she purchased the brewery equipment went out of business, so they lost everything. They lost the money, didn't get that, so it's just a very unfortunate turn of events.
And this is the location in Alpine?
Well, no, the location in Alpine originally.
This is a separate location.
This is a separate location. Yeah, they were going to expand to, I believe, a location in San Antonio.
That's right. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so after that happened, they were not able to kind of, recuperate after that, and then Carlos saw the, Tejas was for sale, and so he bought the, intellectual rights of everything. So when he purchased that, we purchased the old brewing equipment, a lot of the old swag, coasters, anything, tap handles. We acquired everything from there, and so they moved all the equipment from Alpine to Houston, and so we've been sitting on Tejas for, I want to say, 4 years before we actually launched it.
Right on.
So we were doing some small amount of brewing out in the brewery, but it is very difficult to brew when you got a distillery next to you with all the wild yeast and everything. It
Right.
kind of alters the beer and everything.
Wow.
So.
Yeah.
Plus, the distillery wasn't, a prime location to brew, and so when the spot came available, he jumped right on it, and so it was a great little blessing to find this spot. It's a beast to manage because it's such a big operation here.
Huge. 3 floors. We're on the top floor right now.
Yeah, we're on the 3rd floor, the little skyline. It's a great view of City Houston, and
Yeah, it's right behind you right now.
28,000 square feet was what we learned.
Jesus.
I never looked into it, but yeah,
That's what your chat GPT.
Gemini.
Gemini told us.
Gemini works best.
Yeah.
For the knowledge you don't know. They'll find
That's
it for
huge
you.
though. I mean, it's massive. It's arguably one of the best skyline views in Houston.
Yeah,
For sure.
it definitely has great view. I mean, especially when The sun comes down, the sun's in the right direction. You get the sun kind of shines on the buildings, the windows there, and it gives that nice little orange view.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get the great breeze at the right time of the year, the right time of the day. So it is wonderful. It's a great little view.
It's been a little breezy today, a little bit. It's not breezy right now.
I wish it was breezy right now.
I wish it was a little breezier, but it was earlier.
Moses brought us some Jello shots. We could try to take. It's made with your own liquor.
This is a way to break the ice. I think they made this with our Space City vodka, one of them, and I think the other one is made with our bourbon here. So,
Cheers, guys.
Oh, wow.
Cheers, guys. Cheers.
There we go. That's pretty cool.
Way to
Thank you for treating us to these.
Oh, yeah.
First Jello shot
tasty.
on the podcast.
A great way to start the year.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me over here? I'm a little bit further away from y'all.
Yes.
I hear you.
Good. My voice carries sometimes.
Yep.
Okay. Well, Casey, what do we got to ask him while we're here?
Man, I'm always about getting the origin story, which we kind of already touched on that a little bit about Giant Distilling buying Tejas, and you guys moved in. So I guess one thing I thought was interesting was that you guys kept the same chef. Chef that was working for Buffalo Bayou is still here.
So we kept a lot of the front of the house. So a lot of the front of the house. So the AGM, the GM, a lot of the AGMs, a lot of the wait, not all of them, but a good amount of the wait staff that used to be with Buff Brew. It was very nice to get a lot of those people back. So it made more of a turnkey operation, because it's. I mean, not only is it's a brewery, it's a massive food service front of the house area. So acquiring a lot of that staff back was a blessing. It was really good to get a lot of those guys back. So, and to be fair, they weren't really part of the reason why Buff Brew wasn't successful. They were, if anything, they were the ones keeping it afloat. So there was a lot of other internal issues why it didn't work out, and so it made a lot of the sense. So even the event coordinator for Buff Brew is here, which is
really
yeah. So it was a lot of the same staff. It's great. So it was good for them. It was great for us. So I thought it was a win-win. Especially a lot of when you get laid off, man, it's kind of sucks. You're like, what are you gonna do?
Right.
How long of a period was it? 3-4 months?
It was 3-4 months. I think the event coordinator Natalie, we got her. We hired her first to kind of take over a lot of the events with Giant, which was great because I was doing that for a bit, and that was not my forte. So when she took that over, I was like, please, thank you so much. Please take it over.
When did the conversation start? Like, they closed. When did those conversations start happening?
I don't know the exact timeline. So I know when they saw it closed, there was a lot of legal issues and things like that, so they couldn't really disclose when and how and why. But, since it was a lockout, there was a lot of things that had to happen between a lot of closed doors. But it was, I want to say, maybe it was about 5 months between the time they were locked out to the time that we could start talking about to acquire this place and all the bidding and everything.
And everything was still here, correct?
Yeah, I believe most of everything was here.
Brew deck and tanks, all that stuff was.
Yes, yeah, that was all still here. Condition, that's a whole other story. Condition was left was a whole other story. Even the building itself is a whole other story.
So y'all weren't able to just immediately start brewing?
No. There was a lot of things that needed to be changed.
Okay.
A lot of missing parts. HMI system wasn't working. It was locked out. Just kind of in a nutshell, there was a lot of money missing to be paid.
Money missing.
Yeah.
Well, not missing, but it was just a lot of things were owed. A lot of money was owed in order to move in here.
For y'all to be able to take over.
Yeah, it was just as bad. We couldn't even get a trash over here because they even owe the city money for that. So it was a big ordeal just kind of going here.
Right.
We also have a former brewer from Buffalo Bayou who is helping us out, who is actually working here, not helping us out. But a lot of the brewing equipment was not, I don't want to say it wasn't very well taken care of, but it was kind of in a state where if you didn't run it before, it was kind of difficult to just just get the ball rolling with just starting to brew. Fortunately, we did have some of their old production staff. They were open to come and help us out.
That's awesome.
So we have Michael Reeder. Where's the camera? Is it this one? Is it that one?
That is one, but there's this one. That's probably your main one.
Michael Reeder. If it wasn't for you, we would not be where we are right now.
Cheers to Michael.
Cheers to Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers, Michael.
No,
Yeah.
here.
The other
Appreciate
Michael.
you. Yes. So speaking, since we got Moses on the podcast, right now I'm drinking the Mexican lager. You told me what it was called before.
Clara?
Clara?
Clara.
This is delicious. Really like this.
Was that the first beer that was brewed here?
Yes, it was. Yes, yeah.
You know, I'm just realizing, and I'm going to come switch your microphones real quick because they're triggering the wrong cameras. That's my fault.
Oh, funny.
Yeah, it's not the first time I've done that.
It's okay.
I'm talking as a show.
Nobody wants to see my face. So anyways, it's fine.
But that's perfect. So, Casey, what are you drinking on?
I honestly am not sure. This isn't
That might have been. That should be the hazy. I
This
want to do the hazy IPA.
okay.
Is that the one that wasn't inside
It was
the
off,
thing?
off to the side.
Yeah, it should be the hazy.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's very light, very delicious. I'm kind of been not drinking as much lately, so I'm doing the little small pours just to try everything. I do want to try everything. I've got a flight behind me,
He's got a flight.
so I've got a. Well, let's go through it.
Yeah, let's talk about the beer. And Mike,
right
what are you
there,
drinking
right
on
there.
as we're going?
Okay.
What's that?
What are you drinking on?
Me? I was drinking our Hefeweizen.
Oh, you already went through it.
I already plowed through them. I like our Hefeweizen. It's I think our Hefeweizen.
And that's
great.
this.
Yes, that would
Okay.
be the Hefeweizen.
All right.
I enjoy it a
Can you
lot.
see it on the camera?
Can you see? Where do I need to go?
Yeah, that's the Hefeweizen.
Yeah.
I love it, man. It's creamy. It's got all the nice little banana orange notes in there.
What else
It's,
did you get on your
Oh
flight?
yeah.
So he's got the very first one's going to be the Clara. So it's going to be Mexican style lager. The next one's going to be the Negro, which is going to be Mexican style amber lager. The Hefeweizen and the Belgium spiced ale. That's going to be our winter.
Nice.
And so that's
Yeah.
kind of the seasonal, which turned out better than I thought. It turned out really nice.
Right on.
You know, so
And
it's,
Moses is the one behind all these beers.
No, I can't. I can't take.
You and your team.
Yes. Actually, Michael is actually the one that came up with the Belgian ale, the spiced Belgian ale. I will not. I refuse to take any credit for that. I think he did a great job with that. I think with time, it's actually gotten a whole lot better.
Time in the
It's-
keg.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's we didn't get a lot of the spice in the beginning, but as you know, as time went on, a couple weeks later, it just
Started to.
it just started.
started to blossom.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All the flavors kind of start marrying each other and getting to know each other. And,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a true fan of it because, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, Christmas time's coming. And I'm not saying there's any wrong way to do it. You know, everybody has their way of making something and what means something to them. But, you know, for me, I like this one because I like the drinkability of it. You know, so, you know, a lot of the winter beers tend to be heavy, dark. And when I look at those, you know, you can enjoy one or two of those. And that's, you know, for me at least, I don't know how about everybody else, but I think kind of the overall general consumer maybe can have one or two of those, and they're going to want to switch to something a little bit lighter. That's why I like this
Oh,
one.
yeah.
I think it's so drinkable where you can have a six-pack because
Yeah.
it's not leaving your palate kind of wrecked with a winter style IPA or a heavy hitting porter or something like that.
Right.
It's just it's got the festive spice to it,
Right.
but drinkable.
It is very drinkable, very light.
And that's why I like about it. It's kind of refreshing in a sense, you know. It's
We were talking about that before we started the podcast. And I'd love to get Moses' opinion as well. Y'all aren't competing with the local craft brewery. You're competing with the big guys.
We're trying to. The one thing that we, well, at least that I think about when it comes to making beer, it's always been more of like the way that I was brought up, right? So you would always see like family getting together and like having beers and, you know, spending time and still being able to like function for a while and just, you know, just kind of like slamming them back. And
That's how we all got started, right?
That's how we got started, yeah.
yeah,
Mickey's.
So
Yeah.
so the whole
slamming Mickey's.
the whole thought is
Never
just making drinkable beer. And what is the beer that people usually go to, right? You just got like your Bud Lights, your
Lagers.
yeah, all those. So we try to keep it a little craft. We want to go a little more creative on it. The only thing is that when it comes to on like the creative part of it, we are limited to the minimum that we can make. We don't have a pilot system. I think that we did a pretty good job on the Spice Ale, on the Belgian Winter Ale, but we have little to no room for like mistakes, right? 'Cause
Right.
the smallest batch that we can do is like 22 barrels.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's so if you make a beer and it's either just not good or it just does not sell, and you're kind of screwed.
We're kind of stuck with all that inventory of just beer that is just gonna sit there.
Are y'all
So
wanting to get a pilot system?
We want to.
It's on the wish list.
It's one of those things where like we're gonna have to, work our way around it. Either myself and Michael are gonna have to maybe build something, or we just gotta wait until we just get the funding for
Right.
it. And that's
Then you just test them out here in the tap room, and people love to come to the tap room to get stuff that you can't get anywhere else. That's one of the driving forces of the tap room is, hey, I have stuff here that I can't get anywhere else.
Is all your beers here available outside the brewery? Or
No, so pretty much the only beers that you're going to find available outside of the brewery is the IPA at a few locations, the hazy a little more locations, and the Clara and the Negra. Those are the ones that are more locations. For like the stout and the coffee porter, it's only here. The winter ale, that was kind of a one-shot deal, so that did get to a few off-premise places.
Right on.
We didn't go to retail on that one, so it went to a few off-premise places. So that did go to some places. The Hefeweizen, I love it, but it's going to be a tough sell. It's going to be a tough one because
It is.
overall it's
we're talking about you're competing with Live Oak, and
Well, there's
Hefeweizen is not the most popular style out there.
correct. And Live Oak is great. I think ours, honestly, goes toe to toe very well with the Live Oak.
Awesome.
But it's just again, it's a tough sell because the overall consumer doesn't drink Hefeweizens.
Yeah.
But and I think what else do we have? We have a light beer that's not general public, or it's not available for the public now, but it will be soon. So so we do have a few, and we do have some we want to try to keep here. We do have some. We do have an idea of some seasonal beers. But we're kind of coordinating that with Moses and Michael on what kind of beers we want to do. So they're going to give us a list of
But
what
you're
they
not
think would
just
be
doing
good.
beer.
No,
You also have liquor. Moses, what are you drinking on right now?
right now I'm having a vodka cranberry.
Yeah.
So
Space City.
yeah, it is
Space City vodka.
City vodka.
Y'all make a bunch of different kinds of liquor or liqueurs, and
Yes.
you do mixed drinks here as well.
Yep, they do cocktails, which is great. Which is a great change for which I always kind of advertise this to people. I'm like, hey, come out to the brewery, man. And we got great beers and everything, great food. Hey, the upside to Tejas is if you have a friend or you have a significant other, you have a spouse who does not like beer, is not into the craft beers or anything like that. Don't worry, we got them covered. We have our own spirits that we make, so they can have cocktails.
Yeah.
We serve wine. We don't make the wine, but we do serve that. For the people who just don't like all the fun stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
Are y'all gonna
beard
do wine
out
one
or
day?
whatever.
I'm
I like
jumping
wine,
ahead.
but it's just I like all. But it's so the things that we make is the beer and the spirits. So it's
Is that
really
where it ends,
open.
though? Are y'all gonna do anything else?
Maybe RTDs. I know we're looking at a couple projects for ITDs, but that's still spirit based. But THCs, no. Wines, no.
No THC.
No, we'll be doing any of that.
Non-alcoholic?
NAs, yes. I think some people probably go into NAs one day.
Just curious, why no THC?
It's just kind of, I think it's something that the overall owner just doesn't want to do. It's something he doesn't want to deal with the THC, doesn't want to deal with anything that kind of has a very gray line
Right.
now.
What if all doors were open?
Probably not. I don't know. I maybe. I don't think so. As long as it's just such a gray area to make and produce, because we do a lot of co-packing for other people. And so if we start co-packing for a company that does THC and all of a sudden, Texas, the FDA says no, what do we do with all that, inventory that we produce?
Exactly.
So
yeah.
it's just,
which, like you said, you can't do small.
yeah. And it's just, and, in order to do co-packing with us, it's 1,000 case minimum. So you have to have, a very well-established brand for us to start making stuff for you. So it's just kind of.
Yeah, I was just curious because that's an interesting topic for us a lot of times. And it's fun to kind of get in because everybody kind of has a reason. Some people just don't want to do it because that's not their thing. And then some people, it's like, well, I don't know what's going on with legislation right now. Like it's up and down. It's all over the place.
Yeah, it's a gamble, man.
It really is.
It's just, it's not like a gamble. You go into, play some blackjack, whatever, and you lose. Oh, I lost a couple $100. No, you can lose your livelihood over this.
Right,
So it's just,
absolutely.
Can you afford to lose? So it's just, there's so many things to focus on. So, we're focusing on beer. We're focusing on our spirits. And then we'll go to the next chapter, NAs and RTDs. And
and those will be produced at Giant?
So all the spirits are produced at Giant. Yes, and so we have a extension of our DSP to bring the product here in order to sell and serve.
Right on.
So we can't bring everyone. So everything that was made or bottled, a certain time period, we can't bring here. So anything that's new.
You have to use a distributor to do that, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
No distribution.
Okay.
No.
So but do you have to buy it from yourself?
No.
Okay.
Yes, you do have to buy it from yourself.
Yeah.
I do believe you have to buy it from yourself. Yeah. So even for a tasting room, we do have to purchase it.
Yeah.
So the numbers do go through there.
It's interesting.
So even for our tasting room over at Giant, we do have to submit a PO and all those that it does get purchased for the front of the house and stuff.
Right on.
I want to circle back to beer a little bit. I definitely want to talk about liquor more, but I wanted to ask Moses. You mentioned experimental ideas that you and your team want to do. What do you want to do?
Well,
Yeah, I'm just
He's talking to me.
Yeah.
oh, sorry. I don't know. Obviously people, it always goes back to seasonals, right? Because we have our mainstays. We have the Clara, we have the Negra, but there's some beers that we have right now that may or may not be doing too great. So we want to be able to come out with some beers that'll be a little more popular depending on the season, right? So in my experience, I've never made a sour before, right? I don't want to say that I've had too much experience with brewing, right? I've had some, but not enough to just be confident in making the whatever I feel like making. These are the parts where Michael comes in. He has enough experience to where if we both put our heads together, we'll come out with something really good.
I think that's amazing. You keep focusing on the team element. It's not one person. It's not you. It's not Michael. It's a group of people that are putting their heads together and coming up with something special.
Right.
And you say you would like to make a sour? Is that something we could see?
That we're thinking about that for sometime in the summer, but we thought about making the spiced Belgian ale, right? Obviously, people have their stouts and any other sort of seasonal for winter, and we wanted to be a little bit different, right? And that's where that whole idea started. And as soon as Michael came up with the idea, hey, why don't we make a spiced Belgian ale? And I was like, that sounds like a great idea.
Do we have that right here? Is that one of these?
Yes,
that's
actually
this
right
one.
there.
Yeah.
Can I see it?
Yeah, it's really tasty. It is very light drinkable. You get all those Belgian flavors, and you get a little bit of spice, not too much spice.
That's why when they told me, it's like, Mike, we want to do a Belgian spice, I'm like,
I taste the spice.
Let's do
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
yeah. When they said that's like, you know what, that's great, because all you see is porters and stouts and some sort of holiday flavor in there, and
Yeah.
so I'm like, you know what, I think this kind of goes into what we want to do. We want to make easy drinkable beers.
Get that little bit of fruit ester from the yeast and stuff. It's really, it's nice. That is yummy. And
That
like
was
you
your
said,
Christmas
the Christmas beers are a lot
Yeah,
of
that's our
times
Christmas seasonal.
heavy.
Yeah.
Y'all also have a breakfast stout, oatmeal and chocolate breakfast stout.
Yes. So with that one, this is where
Hard sell.
Buffalo Bayou kind of comes in. So it didn't exactly come out the way that we wanted it to.
Okay.
Right.
But sometimes you make the best beers out of something you didn't want.
Happy accidents, yeah.
Yeah.
Serendipity there.
Yeah.
No, that's actually what happened with our hazy IPA. We're still kind of working on that, by the way. I'm just putting it out there right now, because if you do try it and it does not seem hazy, we're working it out.
Getting that haze to stay in suspension is very hard.
It's
I've
very
learned, and
hard.
as a person who's never brewed, I've talked to enough brewers to know that is hard to do. Get your shit to stay in suspension.
The flavor is most definitely there.
Yeah,
It's-
absolutely.
Yeah, I think the hazy is fantastic. I think we hit it right where we wanted it to.
We're gonna keep doing this now. I gotta try you got the hazy right
Yeah.
here.
I've held on to it a little bit, so it's a little warm, but you're gonna get all the flavor.
Let me get it.
You know, the thing, I'm not an IPA fan, but I appreciate everything what's trying to be. You know, if
I like it. I think
even
it's
if I
pretty
don't
good.
even if I don't like the IPA, or even I'm not a fan of IPAs. Did we achieve the targets?
Right.
So does it taste like we want it to taste? And I think it's such an easy drinking IPA that you can just drink on the river, man. Just flow on the river, having this thing.
I love
Yeah,
that.
the
It's a river
IPA is a little
beer.
high, but it's such an it's a river beer. It's
That fits your
it's
name,
not super
too.
heavy.
What's the ABV on
It's
it?
7.5.
Okay.
It will
Okay.
definitely
Does
sneak
not
up on
drink
you.
like a 7.5.
No, it does not.
I was
No.
thinking like 6.5. Okay.
And that's why I say it's so easy.
Hell yeah.
That you don't get the alcohol flavor. It doesn't really hit you
No.
hard. It's really easy to drink. It's tropical. That it is a little bit lower on the IBU than our other IPA, which makes it even more
More
easier to
approachable
drink.
for
Yeah,
sure.
Absolutely, very approachable. So that's why I'm very happy with it. What these guys did downstairs with it, it's just makes my job easy. You know, just to say, hey, we got a hazy, a local IPA. It's great, and they're like, they drink it, and they're like, this is great.
Lower
So-
lower IBU IPAs, I think, are just kind of trending a little bit more because there for a while everybody just wanted to get smacked in the face. Me being one of them, I still like getting smacked in the face
Every once in a
lot.
while, yeah.
Yeah.
I like it, but I also have a palate that appreciates all the variations of hoppiness. I just like hops in general, so I like hazy, I like West Coast, I like
Yeah.
American. But I, especially the older I've gotten, the more I'm kind of like, all right, lighter is sometimes more just appealing.
Hey, you know,
Lighter's
speaking
better.
of Casey being older, it just popped in my head. He just had a birthday.
Oh,
Yeah.
happy birthday!
Yeah,
Happy birthday.
thank you
Happy
guys.
birthday.
Yeah,
Christmas Day.
Christmas Day.
he's Beer Jesus
Ah.
is what we call him.
yep. I am
Can we sing
40,
him a
42
song?
now.
Can we sing him a
42
song?
beer Jesus.
Don't sing. Don't
I want
sing.
to. I didn't get to do it on Christmas.
God, everybody's gonna cringe. Everybody's gonna listen and be like, oh.
Happy
Brandon's
birthday
alone.
to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, when you do it like that, it makes it look like it's all like a
Happy
Marilyn Monroe
birthday
birthday.
to you.
All right.
Happy
Happy
birthday to
birthday
Beer
to
Jesus.
To Beer Jesus, yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Hey,
Now blow us a
another
beer.
shot.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thank y'all. Nobody else
Cheers,
sang to
cheers,
me.
cheers,
Just
cheers.
you guys.
Oh.
Cheers.
I love you, man. Love you, brother.
So yeah, now somebody sang to you.
There we go. Sorry, guys. I had to interrupt the podcast for a second to do that.
Thanks, Brandon.
It was an important.
I acted
public
like I
announcement.
hated it, but I loved it.
I know you did. But look at this beautiful Houston. Have we mentioned the skyline? I think we have, but it's going to come up so great in the camera. Moses, you're going to have the best background when we clip it for the TikTok clips.
It's all right. It'll distract from my face. It's okay. I mean,
Oh, be easy on yourself, man.
it's okay. I mean, it's fine. I'm not complaining.
No, so, man.
We could just put a black block over it like the
This is
Epstein
my
files,
first
right?
time here since y'all took over from Buffalo Bayou.
Appreciate it, man.
And I'm having
I mean,
a great experience. If you haven't been this way since the new brewery came in, I would recommend it. This is the better experience that I have anytime I came to see them. I'm going to be honest.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much.
Do you guys ever offer tours?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
I think they try to do it by appointment, right? So we don't
Okay.
always have the staffing for it. Whenever I'm here, I'll try to do it. But usually they'll have like dedicated front of house staff do it.
That's cool.
We gave them a whole like breakdown of what everything is, and like half the time like they would have worked here already, so they'll know where everything is.
Beautiful
You don't give
script.
tours?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, when I'm here.
Okay.
If I'm here, I'm always open to doing it.
I'm assuming you would give the best tour, right?
Oh, I'm hilarious.
Yeah?
Oh yeah. I
all
try to be as
questions answered.
entertaining as possible.
yeah.
But yeah,
touch
if
the
Like
judges
Jungle
now.
Cruise entertaining?
well, actually, now that we're so our hours will change starting on Monday. So we'll no longer be open Monday and Tuesday. So it'll be Wednesday through Sunday, and the weekend is usually when they do tours. So if anybody comes by on the weekend, they usually do it like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We try not to do it in the middle of the week just because, we have a bunch of cleaning going on, and, we kind of don't want to expose customers
Right.
to any sort of like caustic acid or,
Yeah.
just any sort of chemical
Right.
that is being used to clean. That's kind of also why we do the appointment things, just so we could plan ahead. And we try to keep all the cleaning away from people.
Right.
May I ask why you're not going to be open on Mondays and Tuesdays anymore?
There's a lot of quitters in January. Everybody wants to quit in January.
Dry January?
Yeah.
It's the slowest month of the year, and so it's just you're open every day, and so I think they're trying something new this year. Since last year, it's extremely slow. And
Just for
so-
January or after January as well?
As far as I know, just January. I'm not sure they're going to do February as well, but January is January is slow for everybody. I mean, it's slow
Yeah.
slow for breweries, slow for distilleries.
I
slow
think
for
dry January is the
Grocery.
stupidest thing on the planet.
Yeah.
But it's not just dry January. It's also people getting over spending a fuck ton of money during Christmas too. That's always like
true.
a big part of it as well.
No,
So
absolutely. I mean, it's
people
people
rein it
spending
in.
in.
They get caught back up. That's pretty normal.
Yeah, and to be honest, I mean, to have alcohol is more of a, it's
a luxury.
Yeah, it's a luxury, So, if you spend all your money for your significant other, kids, whatever, if you need to save, probably your Starbucks coffee and your beer are probably the first things to be cut. So,
Right. Exactly. Yep.
So
I've been
it's
making
just-
coffee at home. Shit.
well, I make coffee at home. all
I
the
usually make coffee at home. Hey, Mike, just a little bit closer to the microphone.
Okay, no problem.
Mike, get closer to the mic.
You too. Brandon's over here.
Put it in your
Mike-
mouth.
Mike-
You're,
Mike-
it's getting away
I
from
can
you.
hear
No, no, no.
myself.
No, I know, but I just know I'm always usually the loudest because I get up in there.
He does. He really does.
all in there.
So I was
bet.
curious though. We're talking about the tours. How often does that happen? Does that happen quite often?
I'm not usually here for that, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I think they have several. I mean, during the weekends, they'll have several tours. I don't know exactly, but I know we do have at least tours every weekend.
But it's usually like a group of people, not just like one guy that's like, man, I really want to go check it out.
Yeah, sometimes it's one dude.
Yeah.
I tell you where it gets a lot of the tours is a distillery. That place gets a lot of tours.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we got
Okay.
a lot of tours
I
in
got
there,
to do
so-
one of those.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's because the plant's got a lot of history behind it. So a lot of people want to go there
Can you
and
talk
check it
about
out.
some of that history?
Yes, I mean, so the building was originally built in 1944, and the military built the building.
We're talking about Giant Distillery
Yeah,
for
Giant
anybody
Distillery.
listening.
In East Downtown, right?
Yeah, East and down off Lockwood and Clinton Drive. So go down Lockwood, make a left off of Clinton. And so, the building was built by the military to make parboiled rice. So parboiled rice was was quick, lightweight to ship to make MREs. And so that's
Wow.
why they built it for World War. We're just going to involve the World War II, so they built that. But shortly after that, World War II ended, and so
I'm sorry, I'm gonna pause. I'm really interested, but he was telling me you're a Marine as well.
Oh, yes. Yes, I was.
I'm an Army
Right on.
veteran, so I just want to cheers you real quick.
Oh, I got nothing on me right
Oh.
now.
Hey, man,
but
just grab.
hey,
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Okay, back to this story.
Then Uncle Ben's picked that up. So Uncle Ben's the parboiled rice, Minute Rice, not Minute Rice, it was a different company, but Uncle Ben's produced parboiled rice at that building there for a number of years.
Really?
Till about the 80s, and as naturally as a food service building gets older, they typically will build a newer building, move elsewhere, what have you. So they shut it down, moved to another building. Carlos and his family, they bought that property back in 1996. But they originally did not make it, or they didn't buy it to, have spirits in mind or beer or anything. They have a coffee operation that they've been doing for almost 120 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so maybe a little over. So Carlos is a third generation coffee producer, and so they built it to expand their coffee operation. And
Y'all do K-Cups?
they do K-Cups. So they have K-Cups under the Aldecoa brand. They do K-Cups, whole bean, roast and ground. That's going to be all under the Aldecoa and Cafe Diario. But our bigger operation as well for coffees, we do a lot of co-packing. So we'll do roast and ground for either it's going to be Aldi. We've done stuff for Dollar General, Folgers. What's the other one? Maxwell House. And so, believe it or not, Folgers and Maxwell House are massive in the coffee industry. I mean,
And Maxwell House had the big building out there in East Downtown. I remember for the longest time.
So the same owner of Tejas and Giant purchased that building back in 2007.
Really?
And so that's where I came on board. So I started working there December of 2007.
But they don't make coffee there anymore, right?
Not anymore. No, So he had that building for a number of years. I want to say he sold a lot of it to a bunch of investors, which is going to be Ecom. Ecom deals a lot in cocoa and cotton, and they named that building Atlantic Coffee Solutions. And so I don't know exactly the details. It just kind of slowly started going downhill from there. There was plans to turn into a CBD plant to produce like CBD lotions, hair gel, pills, whatever. But
it smelled a lot better. That's the coffee plant. I remember I would go to Eighth Wonder, and they were like literally in the middle of a brew day, and it's blending with that coffee manufacturer smell.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is not for the weak. Like it's pretty intense. Some lots of smells going on.
Yeah. So I worked there for almost 10 years, and so that's how I got to know Carlos. And then, that place was going down. I got laid off, and probably the next couple of days, Carlos says, "Hey, come work with me at one of our." He wanted me to work at the distillery operation, so I worked actually in the bottling. But before that, I was working the sugar plant. So he's got a sugar packaging operation as well. So I worked there for a year, then jumped over to the bottling operation. Worked there for a bit. Worked the distilling. Did help start up their tasting room and.
That's awesome. So you've been there
everywhere.
pretty much since like the ground floor all the way up, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's been a
That's
little bit
really
everywhere.
cool.
I like it, son. It's nice because, you also have a lot of people that work there as well. Like Moses has been working at the distillery for a while, and he's come over here because he's got a lot of brew knowledge, and so there's always something for somebody.
Yeah.
And so
one thing I wanted to say on the podcast that we talked about already a while ago was that I just learned today that Giant Distilling is the largest per capacity distiller this side of the west side of the Mississippi.
Yeah, largest.
I thought it was just Texas. That's crazy.
Yeah, largest grain to glass distillery. So when you say grain to glass, I mean, so we're doing a whole operation. Get the grain, mash it, ferment, distill, bottle, and everything, barrel and bottles. So yeah, largest west of Mississippi by capacity.
That's awesome.
Basically, when the still's running, we're pumping out 10 gallons a minute of 160 proof alcohol.
Jesus.
So 1 hour you got 600 gallons of stuff that you can make a lot of liquor with.
Yeah, that is really
You
cool.
started over there, Moses?
Yeah. No. Well, with the company, yes.
With the company. I wanted to ask, where were you? Have you ever worked in any other breweries here in Houston?
Yeah, I've actually started out in Carbach.
Okay.
I was at Carbach for about 5 years.
Nice.
Worked in the packaging side. From there, I was getting a little more interested in, just the process of, cellar and, the actual brewing of beer. Whenever we had downtime, I would always go to any of the other operators that were out there, ask them questions, see if they needed any help. And then from there, came here. To
Tejas. I mean, Giant first.
Yes, yeah. So we started off making small batches of beer over at Giant, and that's when we kind of found out that maybe it wasn't such a great idea to make the beer on that side, just because everything was kind of like open air.
Yeah.
So
it's imparting flavors and things that you didn't want. In
exactly.
The beer. Yeah.
Exactly. And then whenever we kind of took over the building and started leasing it out, I came over here, and then now I'm here. I've been making beer ever since.
Yeah.
I've been here for about 2 years and some change. It might be 6. Yeah, about like 6 months. 6 months. So
Nice.
2 years, 6 months that I've been here.
So you've made beer and you've made liquor. What do you prefer?
Oh man, you're gonna have to ask me on whatever day I'm.
Doing
Yeah.
whichever one.
So it usually on weekdays, right? I'll stick to beer. Like today, Friday. Please don't judge me, but I'm drinking alcohol.
I didn't mean drinking, making.
Oh, making. Well, to be fair, with spirits, you do have a little more leeway when it comes to any mistakes made. All that stuff gets distilled, so you might get a little bit of like off flavors, but it's a little more forgiving.
Yeah.
Beer on the other side, beer.
There's no way to fix the bacteria. Fix the bacteria. No way to
you
fix it.
cannot. No.
Put some fruit in it.
I will say
fine.
that
Make it a kombucha.
No fruit. That's cheating. It's kind of like adding citra hops to every single beer. You're cheating at that point, but that's that's more personal opinion. But honestly, I think I've had more fun making beer. Sure, the distilling process and making spirits is also fun. But I think with making beer, being careful, and I think the reward is a lot higher with beer than it is with spirits, just because of how forgiving spirits can be. I think with learning how this whole brewery works and being able to, take as much information as I can from friends of mine, and also learning from Michael, who has, every idea of how to, make this whole process work here in this building. I think it's been extremely rewarding, especially with you guys saying that the beer is great. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. I don't have the experience that most people have, right? Everything that I've learned on the fly, or thankful. I'm very thankful for the friends that I've had, or that have been in the beer industry. That and that's also where I'm thankful for the guild as well, because you meet people with a lot more experience. You ask them questions
That are
and
willing to help.
Exactly.
that.
Thank you, Bryce.
Like that.
Hey, Bryce,
Please.
can you just... What was the stout y'all said you had earlier that I...
We had a
Breakfast stout?
breakfast stout.
Can I try one of those?
If you
Yeah, that
want.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Please.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We've I can't take any sort of credit for anything.
You're very modest.
I try to be. I try to think that I don't have an ego or anything like that. It's not
It's
like
very humble.
yeah. I don't. I
humble
don't.
guy.
That's what I meant to say, yeah. Better word.
He's that too.
I don't do anything that I'm not too sure about without having at least somebody that has a little bit more experience than I do, at least confirm that I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah, well, I just keep thinking about like you have no small system to brew on, so it's a lot of pressure, I can imagine. Because if you fuck it up, it's a lot of barrels of beer that are not, what I mean, and that's a lot of pressure. So you are very humble, but at the same time, you're putting out great product. Look at the clarity on that fucking beer.
I had
So
a
clear.
similar question from Mike. I wanted to ask him. We asked you what you liked making more, beer or liquor. I wanted to ask Mike, what do you like selling more? Because you're
Beer. I've done a little bit of distilling, and like Moses was saying, yeah, spirits is so much more forgiving. I do like the art of spirits more, especially when you start going to whiskeys and finishing and things like that. I like that a lot.
But I'm talking about selling. Like you go to all these places.
Beer. I'll sell beer all day long. Spirits is tough. It's a tough game for spirits.
Yeah.
It really is. Beer is, so in my opinion, I think if you look at a lot of bars and restaurants in Houston, I think it's difficult to sell local product. A lot of people, the owners may be interested in. They're like, yeah, I mean, I'd love to have your stuff, but nobody wants to drink it. All my people drink Crown Royal. Crown Royal, I don't know if you know, is the #1 whiskey sold in Texas. So,
I did not know that.
Yeah, so it's a very tough sell. It's really tough to convert people, and if you do, the numbers are very low. But beer, I think there's a lot of bars and restaurants here that people love to support local beer.
Right.
And it's just a much easier sell. It's a lot easier to get those connections for on-premise and work with them. Spirits is tough.
Is it have anything to do? I mean, you guys have a large capacity, but I know that some of like Crown Royal's got to have an insane amount of capacity to where their cost overall is. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to speak
it's not so
speak
much,
out of turn.
It's not so much capacity. I think it's much more in spirits. It's much more marketing and spending and everything. So it's just.
So your prices are reflective of other like people like Crown and.
Yeah, our prices aren't crazy. It's just it's. If you go to a liquor store and kind of hang out and look what people want, people go for what they know.
Yeah.
There's a lot less people willing to explore. You see a lot less people going to the bourbon aisle or the single malt aisle or the vodka aisle and just what haven't I not tried?
Right.
So they're like Grey Goose. I always drink Grey Goose. Tito's. I drink Tito's. So they're gonna grab those for like the beer and everything. You got a lot more. You get a lot of people that go in there and like, well, let me see what's new. Let me see what's different.
Well, if you can build a 6-pack, I mean, you're only gambling on what, like $6-7 maybe for a can. Yeah. And you're taking a gamble. Whereas, like if you buy a bottle, you're spending at least $20 usually.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. But I do honestly that's a point. But I honestly do believe that there's more love for craft, local craft in Houston than there is for spirits. I think I don't think it's as appreciated. Now you go to Austin, they appreciate craft spirits a lot more than you do to Houston. So I think there's a lot less love for craft spirits in Houston.
Okay.
But craft beer, there's a lot of love for it.
Can I say something? I want to say that my experience at Giant Distilling in December when we went for the guild meeting was a great experience. My old fashioned was spot on. I'm an old fashioned fan, and the tour was great. It was a little cold. But I
had no control of the weather. I'm sorry. I turned on the heater. It didn't work.
It was so much fun. It's a great view. Like you need to go in there and you get to see over the entire distillery. It's
wow, that's cool.
Yeah, we need to go up there. It's very cool.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, it's you get to see all the pot stills, our hybrid still, our big massive column still, everything. It's quite the sight to see.
And you're right by a New Potato.
Yeah, right. But just keep on going to Clinton. Just go down a little further.
Yeah, dude. I love that place. Love Paul.
Paul's amazing over there.
Yeah.
It's always good to see Paul and talk to him.
Does he carry Giant?
He's had a couple products there.
Right on.
But again, he's one of those spots where he's not a very high volume store. He's got a lot of the locals that go there, and so I'll sell a bottle to him and he'll have it. It may sit on for a while.
Yeah,
it's the type of bar it is.
Yeah,
so it's. Yeah, he supports.
Yeah,
he does. He's bought some Tejas before, but that kind of location, he kind of rotates through a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So he tries to get a lot for how large he is or small he is. He tries to get everybody love.
Yeah,
and so
that's awesome.
I was thinking about one of the things me and you always forget to talk to these guys about whenever we do some of the bigger breweries, and I would consider y'all a bigger brewery, is grocery. Y'all are very available in H-E-B.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're when we first came out, we were at every H-E-B in the Houston and Faust market, and greater Houston area.
Faust handles all the grocery?
No, Faust is the distribution, which has kind of the outer
They
parts
just
of
have
Houston.
the outer view or whatever you were calling it.
Yeah, that's our distributor. So it's kind of coming in terms who handles the H-E-Bs in the outer greater Houston area.
Gotcha.
And so, we were at all of them, but it's a bear, So H-E-B is extremely aggressive on their sales. So if it's not selling, then they'll either keep it in there if the sales are high. If they're not high enough, they'll move it to the warm shelf. And if they're not selling at all, they'll take it out, put something new in there, which is okay. But what's nice about H-E-B is they sell a lot of volume, and so
Yeah.
HEB is a great partner to have
Right.
if you get in a grocery. But when you go in, just if you're able to, just keep the sales high because they get pretty aggressive in the craft section.
Yeah. Do you do a lot of tastings?
We do a lot. We do a lot of demos. Yes, so we try to keep we do try to keep the tastings high, so we can keep little presence in there.
What do you
know,
do, like
keys.
every HEB, like every 2 or 3 weeks?
The HEBs that we're in, we'll probably hit once or twice a month in every
Okay.
HEB that we're in. We try because what's key is liquid to lips is key.
So, Casey, you've never, when I was with Back Pew, I used to go to a lot of HEBs and I would sample beer to everybody. And you got to be loud and proud of your product and get attention.
Yeah, I never did tastings with Ingenious. I did sell to HEBs, but I never did a demo there.
I did a lot of them. I was a little famous for them. Some of the people that
can
listen to this
imagine.
podcast probably remember me back in the day just yelling. as
Hey,
loud as
try
I could.
this beer. I'm serious. Do it now.
No, beer, local beer.
Cold beer here.
So
Right.
it's imperative. I mean,
Yeah.
to be honest, I mean, the easy part is to get an HEB. That really is the easiest part. The hardest
It's like
part is
$10,000 in insurance just to walk through the
Yeah.
door.
But to maintain it, that's the hard part because you do
Yeah.
have a lot of local breweries. I mean, you got some great breweries that are out there that have been here for a long time that people know. And so it's not you have to fight against them. It's just you have to, let other people know. It's like, hey, there's other great craft beer here.
Yeah.
And get them to try it. So, there's HEB is a good one because you have a lot of different beers.
Yeah.
Either in the Texas area or, some part of the United States where they got some beer. And so how do you go out there and get that person to try it? And
Yeah.
so the key is the liquid lips. Get them to try it, get their opinion. Some people like it, some people won't, but you'll never
Right.
know until you get them to try it.
Exactly.
So-
yeah.
That's
If you
where you
don't like
find
it,
new customers, and you got to keep those
let me
customers
know.
coming and buying your product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please,
And
Please.
please let me
please
know.
buy. It'll change your life.
No, not in like a negative way. You know what I mean? Like I prefer, for people to be honest rather than them be, just like, oh yeah, it's good. I mean, don't get me wrong. That feedback's good, but I think the feedback of people saying like, oh yeah, I could probably use this.
Fake
or use that.
positivity.
Yeah, exactly,
I mean,
exactly.
alcohol is very subjective. I mean, you're not going to get everybody to like it. It's extremely subjective. Coffee is subjective.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things you can't make everybody happy.
Right.
But
We do.
just-
I mean, I think we have a hard time because I feel like we are honest, but generally will not tell somebody too many negative things, especially about their beer on their podcasts. So it's tough with what we're doing.
it's like you guys are good people, but the beer really sucks, guys.
What happened with
you guys are cool, but
y'all can say that.
Could do
after.
better.
It's fine.
Yeah. Maybe save it for later. Yeah.
I haven't.
But I've enjoyed everything I've tried. So
I'm enjoying everything. I haven't had too many negative experiences doing this podcast, but I'm not going to get on here. We've said it before. We're not going to trash somebody if we don't like the beer that we're trying.
it's since we're kind of on the subject, I often get asked, what's your favorite whiskey? What's your favorite whiskey, Mike? What's your favorite? What's your go-to? I'm like, I really don't have a favorite, nor do I have a go-to. For me, I'm very, I wouldn't say I'm picky. It's just, when we go to a whiskey event, like say the Texas Texas whiskey event that we have in April every year, and so it's kind of like the Brewers Guild. You go there, and it's all Texas distilleries, and we know each other so well, and everybody's got a bottle that they just made. They're very proud of, and so it's almost like that's what I enjoy the most.
right.
I enjoy the most is when I have my friend I haven't seen in a while at whatever distillery. He's like, Mike, I want you to try this. What do you think? And I just enjoy the fact, most of the time it's really good, so I'll tell them, but it's the moments that you really create with stuff. Cause that's what creates the memories. Cause at the end of the day, guys, I mean, we drink it, we pee it out, whatever, whatever. We spend money, it goes out.
Right.
But a lot of the times when we drink coffee, we drink alcohol, whiskey, beer, whatever, wine, it's the experience that we have with our friends and family and everything. And that's what really that's the best beer.
Yeah.
That's the best whiskey. That's the best wine.
If you're really into it and you get to actually shake hands with the person who made it,
Yeah.
while you're drinking their product, that is also in and of itself really cool.
It's an
This
experience.
is a reward. I agree.
Yeah.
I'm hanging out with one of the people of an amazing crew that's making the products that honored that you would even come and spend this time with us. It's really
Yeah.
cool, Moses. I really appreciate you sitting down with us. Mike, I love talking to salesmen, people of the breweries.
Yeah.
It's
Likewise, it's you always learn from something from somebody. It's just,
Right.
why try to reinvent the wheel if there's you talk to other people and find out what worked, what didn't work, learn from it, or just maybe they did it wrong or there's a different approach to it.
Yeah.
So it's always good to learn. The only way to become better is to talk about it.
And I hear
with
the
other
word on
people.
the street is like, a lot of people I talk to, buyers and stuff like that, are like, man, we love just the overwhelming like kind of just camaraderie in the industry right now. There's a lot of people that we all kind of see each other, where you like look forward to seeing each other and
Absolutely, yeah.
and hanging out. That part's really cool.
I do. I mean, when I go into either it's our bar or one of those other places or Huey's, whatever we bump into,
Love
I see
our
you
bar.
guys there. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah,
It's,
you get to kind of hang out.
it's like, hey, what's happened? What you been doing? How's life? Hey,
Right.
things are good. I had this problem. It's like we get to talk about it for a little bit, and cheer each other up, and just catch up on old times. It's
I've
very
gotten
fun.
emails, phone numbers, contacts. Hey, did you go to try out this place, and things like that.
At this
and it's
point in
really
my life,
helpful.
I'm going to say people in the industry, these are my best friends. I hang out with people in the industry more than I hang out with anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's because it's the mindset that we want each other to succeed.
Right.
There's no jealousy. There's always just like, hey, man, don't worry about it, man. Things will get better,
Right.
And, hey, great. That's awesome. You landed this account. That's badass. Awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy for you, man. It's
We
like, oh, you
trade
got a
numbers
promotion
and
or whatever.
stuff.
What's
all
that?
me and Casey, we're always trading phone numbers for accounts and
Yeah.
other people as well. I trade with all over the industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great to see that. So, it's just get a lot of good friends in the industry and, catch up. It's great. I like, and that's probably the most rewarding part, going doing sales, Of course, growing a brand is very rewarding, but, every time, bump into somebody I see that, like, you guys, if I see you guys, it's always fun to, like, catch up.
Yeah.
There's
been a couple of Tuesdays where I was like, am I working? Like, I kind of feel like I've done some work, but I've hung out most of the day and had a good time.
Yeah. I want to say we're at the 56-minute mark.
I've got to pee really bad. I've been
Want
holding
to take
it.
a break?
Yeah.
Me too, actually.
Let's go ahead and take a break, guys.
Do an
I'm gonna stop the
anti-cancy
recording
dance.
right now. Are you someone who loves beer and is looking for a bigger home so you have more room for that beer? Are you looking to move closer to your favorite brewery or bottle shop? Whatever the reason, you need to call Hugh Height, the Texas Beer Realtor. Hugh is a craft beer fan looking to help out his fellow hopheads any way he can with their real estate needs. That's Hugh Haight, TexasBeerRealtor.com or 281-939-8182. Hello, and welcome to Spider Games. A few years ago, I started selling a couple video games on eBay. Now I'm selling video games of all generations, retro toys, and anything I think's cool. I'm a top-rated seller because I package well and I take care of my customers. Check out my store on eBay. It's called Spider Games. Do you have any old video games sitting around? I buy video games of all generations, and I pay better than the game stores. If you do, email me at spidergamesebay@gmail.com.
I'm also known as DJ Sino. You can find me at least a couple of different breweries or craft beer bars throughout the month, hosting the best music bingo in all of Houston. We'll be sharing those shenanigans right here on the Beer Someone podcast.
F your liver, the game that will have you salute the general, and then say the alphabet backwards, and then elect the president, and then bust a move, and then throw a ninja star, and then shoot your finger gun, and then roar like a T-Rex, and then freeze like ice, and then karate chop, and then bust a rhyme, and then bet on a horse race, and then spell supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, and then make your buddy laugh. Don't touch the ground because the floor is lava. Tell a story. Read my lips. Just grab 3 to 20 friends, a drink of your choice, shuffle and flip the top card, and let the chaotic hilarity unfold. F your liver, a game worth drinking to.
Beer Someone listeners, are you thinking about buying, selling, or leasing a home? If so, you need to call Hugh Height, the Texas Beer Realtor. Hugh knows hops and Hugh knows houses, and he can help you with all your real estate needs. That's TexasBeerRealtor.com or 281-939-8182. Hey everyone, we're back from a little bit of a break. We had to go and try some of the food and take a picture. Oh my gosh, that green sauce is still burning my mouth.
It's spicy.
It's
called
good.
crack
Good
sauce.
way.
The crack sauce? That's the crack sauce? I thought the crack sauce was different.
Nope.
That's the crack sauce.
Crack
That's why I
sauce
feel the way I
is
feel
the
right
green
now.
sauce. I think
Yeah,
it's
little-
fantastic.
It is really good.
But he's Mexican. He can
The
get away
shrimp
with
tacos
it.
were excellent.
Okay, what's that got to do with anything? All right.
Spicy.
Good
Yeah,
street
sure.
tacos. Really enjoyed them. We tried. Me and Casey. I got the shrimp. He got the chicken, and
did a
then we
little switcheroo.
split them. We had 2 and 2.
You get 4 tacos on a plate.
And the brunch is really good too, but the brunch is only on the weekends from open until 3 on Saturday and Sundays.
It's really good after a night of drinking. Very
Yeah?
greasy, very, it'll get you out of that little, that little feeling in your stomach.
The chilaquiles is ridiculous.
It's really good.
Y'all
Really
kind of
good.
lean more on like the Tex-Mex side. It seems.
Yeah.
Got barbacoa bites, red salsa chilaquiles, chicken milanese, and a waffle.
Yeah. Kind of goes with the theme with, Tejas.
I didn't
Being very
realize
Texas.
at the guild meeting
Turkey avocado club pizza.
at Giant. I was talking to
yeah.
Mike about this a second ago. All the food they had there was catered from here. They had empanadas and. You had some chicken nuggets
Yeah,
over
we had
there?
these little chicken bites, empanadas, pretzel bites as well.
Oh, yeah, those
we
were
had the
great
pretzel
as
bites,
well.
too.
So I've had their food one time before. I didn't realize.
Right on. Yeah, I've never have, but I see you also kind of have like some good like beer staples like pretzels.
Yeah.
Fried pickles. You got
The mac and cheese balls, which are great.
loaded
nachos.
fries. Like yeah.
That crack sauce is still burning my mouth like crazy.
As it
You need
should.
more
This,
beer.
Yeah.
As it should. By the way, shout out Franz. He knows what he's doing in that kitchen. He is fantastic.
He keeps me fat.
Me too. So does the beer, but yeah.
And that's the whole second floor is the
You're both
restaurant,
keeping me
right?
fat.
Yes. Second floor is a restaurant. First floor is more for people that may be coming in with dogs. Obviously, if you have like a service dog, it's okay. You can bring them up whenever you need to. But we try to keep them on first floor just for sanitary reasons. Third floor,
That's where the party's at.
where the party's at.
No kids after 8.
No kids,
kids after eight,
after
yeah.
8. That does not mean you could come in and do whatever you want up here, but
We have till 8. Just let her rip. Just run along the rails. It's fine.
no, don't do that, please. Don't do that.
No staying on the rails. Nice liability there.
Yeah. Got the best photo out here.
We got a
really
whole
good
stage.
picture opportunity right here for sure.
Oh yeah. And so how often does that happen? Where people come in, just kind of get one drink, take their photo, and dip? Does that happen a lot? Or they hang out?
All the time. All the time.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's usually those people that see like the posts on TikTok or something, and they'll come, take a picture, have a drink, might eat something. But it does happen every once in a while.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's free marketing.
Yeah.
Right.
no,
Absolutely.
free
It
marketing.
is. Yeah.
It's
As long as they're tagging the brewery, right?
yeah. Well, we get a lot of tags.
You better.
Yeah, as long as even if they don't tag, their friends are going to see it and they'll ask questions. Where is this? Where is this? So it's at the end of the day, it is free marketing. We do get people tag, which is great because you get to see that. But
I did.
I
so
did
it's-
too. With beer, someone did.
Yeah, the beer someone posted was phenomenal. I like that. Great view.
Oh, that was a great picture we all took in
Great
front of
picture.
the skyline.
That was good. Yeah. The one with all 4 of us was good out there.
You were telling me, what was your favorite meal on the menu?
Oh, the chilaquiles for the brunch. The chilaquiles and the chicken and waffles is ridiculously. If I'm here on the weekend to try it, I'm a little sad they don't do it on Fridays anymore when I'm usually here. But I understand. But the burgers are extremely good.
Kind of burger.
I just get the cheeseburger.
Yeah,
The-
but like, is it? Are we talking about smash?
What's the smash?
burger?
It's a smash
Oh,
burger.
It is a
Yeah,
smash burger.
It's a
I like a
smash
good
burger. I like
smash
that
burger.
one. I really like all the food. If my stomach can take it, because I got a weak stomach, I love the pizza here.
Yeah.
But I usually get the vegetable one and add sausage
Okay.
to make it more like a supreme.
You're
That
the
one's
reason
extremely
why
good.
I don't have Tums anymore in
No,
my.
that's not it.
in the
Not
lab.
at all. I wouldn't be that. It's not me. All the tacos are great, and it's no, the food's really good. The food's great. Yeah, we try to keep it Tex-Mex with the theme with Tejas.
Everything's been
Yeah.
great. The only thing I haven't gotten to try is the coffee.
Yes,
Oh,
we got
here we
great
go.
coffee.
Here we go.
I can
Get
you a
Brandon revved
coffee.
up.
Hold on. We can get some
I'm
coffee.
a coffee fan.
Yeah, he is. He usually likes to snort the beans before we get started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gets the party going.
So I was talking to you in the break, and we were talking about. We kind of got into it a little bit in the first half of this thing, but where I said that y'all weren't trying to compete with craft, you're trying to compete with like actual, not actual, but like
The bigger guys.
The big guys.
Yeah.
And you had a really
Macro.
cool comment on that. I wanted to get into that a little.
Yeah,
bit.
I mean, I think our biggest focus is grassroots. I mean, we really have to focus on the local community grassroots and everything. Trying to compete with the big guys is, unless you're willing to spend a ton of marketing dollars, it's going to be very, very difficult. You know, it requires a lot of money, a lot of dollars, and that's, that's why they're everywhere. And also, if you look at them, I mean, like say Modelo was nothing for many, many years. Now there's something. And even Shiner has been doing it for 100 years. You know, they've been brewing for a long
Yeah.
time, and so
Really?
Pretty awesome.
yeah, they've been brewing for about 100 years, and so now they're everywhere, and it's kind of it's almost kind of like the Lone Star of beer for Texas, and so trying to compete with them is in my opinion would be very difficult. So my overall goal is focus on the locals, focus on because Tejas to me is a very Texas beer. I could see my vision for Tejas is to be that next beer if you're a Texan, anywhere in Texas, that should be your go-to. Like a lot of people go to Lone Star being their go-to, or Shiner. I really see Tejas being that your go-to beer as a Texan. And it's the term Tejas translates to friend, ally. And a lot of people think it means the state of Texas. It translates to Texas. But my other focus is reach out to the Tejanos, the people that are Mexican heritage but are Texan. They're Texans, and so they appreciate everything that all us Texans do, buying local Texas product, going out to barbecues, making brisket, making ribs, doing all that stuff that all other Texans appreciate. But they have a Mexican background, Mexican heritage. So I think where Tejas can really speak to them, where they have something that's kind of in their language, and also that is Texas product for Texans.
Right.
And so, I think that's, for me, a great target trying to get that demographic is just target Texans and target Tejanos.
Yeah.
So I think trying to target your first generation Hispanic or Chicanos is tough, because, that's a very tough market to crack into.
It is.
Even when you're looking at spirits, man, it's just, the whiskeys that they always drink, Buchanan's, or what they call Bucanas, whatever, Johnny Walker, Old Par. I mean, that's their always go-to, and trying to get
That's
them
what
to
my
change.
father-in-law likes.
Yeah, trying to get them to change is very tough.
Really hard.
Man. Yeah. And it's like if you go wherever they're from, Johnny Walker, Old Par, and Buchanan's is always available there, and so that's what they're always drinking. And so, depending on what Johnny Walker you're going to drink, it depends on what status you are, and maybe
I didn't know
income
that
or
about
whatever.
Johnny Walker. That's interesting.
Yeah, so it's always available everywhere. And so when they come here, it gets a little overwhelming. You go to the whiskey, you go to the Scotch aisle, and you have all these different Scotches. I mean, it's expensive. Do you gamble on a $70 bottle, or you just go what you know? Because
Right.
it's very affordable.
Yeah.
So for beer, it's just kind of the same thing. It's if they're drinking Modelo, they're always, it's going to get them tough to get away from that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's Modelo is the Rolex of beer for them. They look at Modelo as being a very prideful beer, and you walk up, they're probably going home drinking Bud or Miller Lite, Coors Light, but when they go to a party, they're drinking Modelo because that's the thing. That's what's in. You walk in with a Modelo, people are like, oh, he brought Modelos, or Stella Artois, he brought Stella.
It kind of just happened out of nowhere, and it's funny because I feel like there's a part of that market that's just buying it for that reason. They're like, oh, it's this new trendy beer, and then there's other people that are like, I've been drinking Modelo for years, and that's just what I drink is Modelo.
But a lot of things that people do is trendy. A lot of things that people will drink are trendy.
Right.
Because they want to be seen drinking
But you're seeing like
Yeah.
these two different types of buyers kind of come together. It's like the
Yeah.
trend followers, and then the people who are like, I was drinking Modelo before it was cool, and I'm still drinking Modelo, and it's cheap, which is another reason why a lot of people like to drink it.
But I mean, I do you think IPA drinkers kind of a trendy thing as well?
No.
Yeah.
You don't think so? I think it's almost kind of trendy.
I think it was trendy, but even though the trend is, to me, pretty much died off as far as the trend aspect, there's still a lot of IPA. People just like hops.
No, I think so. I think, I don't know if it's still a thing, but I almost feel like some IPAs, some individuals like.
I will
beer
say
enthusiasts.
about IPAs, whenever I first started drinking IPAs, I did not. When I first got into craft beer, I was not going for IPAs. That wasn't my go-to. I was going for the lighter stuff. And my friends were all drinking IPAs, and I spent time adjusting, and it wasn't like an initial thing. It took time, like coffee.
Yeah.
I didn't immediately like
Same.
coffee when I started drinking. And then I decided, oh, wow, I love IPAs. After spending time like trying a bunch of them, I'm like, this is my thing. I think the first one I ever really enjoyed was Back Pew, and it was a Apostle.
Yeah.
That got me into IPAs, and then I wanted to try them all. And IPAs are still my go-to.
Yeah.
But I do think whenever a brewery goes to a festival, and we talked about this a little bit last week on the DECA one,
We did.
everybody brings an IPA. They want to show their IPA
Because it's going
off.
to get drank.
Yeah.
And
It
it's
is gonna get
move.
drank.
Yeah. I think it's the second. You got lagers, the top tier. That's your biggest mover in overall over the country, I think, and not just Texas. But I think IPA is just right below that.
Yeah, IPA is popular. Yeah, they're popular for sure.
Yeah.
You said on the DECA podcast last week, you and Cody, y'all said the IPA was your 4th or 5th best-selling beer? I think that's what y'all said.
I was thinking it's third because our Blood Orange, then our Lotteria, then our Daisy Hazy. So Daisy Hazy's third.
Well, I think Cody said 4th or 5th.
Uh,
But what would y'all rank that?
I'm the
on
sales manager, so
You are.
For at Tejas, the Clar is the number one seller. The lager, the
Lager.
Mexico lager, that's the number one seller, and it's been like that for ever since we started. When we have our light beer is second, and then when we came out with the hazy, gradually the hazy's been taken over the third to second spot,
It's the 3rd spot?
third or second. So it really depends. I mean, sometimes some months hazy's number two, and then sometimes number 3. But then there's sometimes where the Negro will kind of creep up into the third spot. So.
I think from a brewer perspective, brewers, and this is more of a question for you, Moses, brewers take pride in their lager. They do, and I think brewers like making lagers. How do you feel?
No, I feel the same way. I mean, with IPAs, yes, they're great. That was my introduction into craft brewing, right? Ever since I was younger, not younger, but and old enough to drink.
Right.
I always stuck to my lagers. But I do remember the IPA being my introduction, and all of a sudden I started getting into different ones. But with the time and the patience that it takes to make a good, clean lager, I think the appreciation, just for the time and attention that it takes to make a good one, I think, we take a lot of pride in that, not only in our Clara, but our Negra, especially with this light beer that we're coming out with here soon. We are, and this is kind of where my military background comes in.
Love that.
Attention to detail. Just trying to make sure that we come out with the best product that we can. Is something that we take pride in. It's something that I take pride in. Hopefully, you guys will think the same. If not, I'm telling you, I will not be offended by any sort of constructive criticism, but it is something that we pride ourselves in, and it is something that we try to do as much as we can. There are times when this Glada runs out like that, and we have to rush it. But at the same time, we try not to skip any of the processes, so that way we keep that quality up. But we do what we can. We have a 2-man process in this whole brewery, especially on the production side. So, I believe we do take pride in anything that we do, not just the lagers, but just anything that we have to do. And yeah.
How long is the turnaround on?
We try to keep it to about like 6 months. That's from brewing, not 6 months, 6 weeks.
Okay,
sorry.
yeah, I was like,
Sorry.
no wonder you run out.
Real lager.
6 weeks. 6 weeks we try. 6 weeks if we have to. There's things that we can add, ALDC and all these other things. You want to reduce the time for diacetyl rest and just crash time. You got your, what is that called? Biofine, all that stuff.
It's not something most brewers want to do, but
it's always an emergency.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if we need to, we will.
Right.
But if we don't need to, obviously with us being open for about a year, you can never tell like when you're going to need more. You can always make more. You just don't know when you're going to run out.
right.
So we try to make as much as possible. But once you run out,
Yeah.
you have to make a decision. So we do what we can. If we have to, we will. But if we don't have to, we won't. We don't want to compromise any sort of, any sort of quality, any sort of like the flavor of the beer that we have already.
Lack of consistency will kill you.
Yeah.
Lack of consistency will kill you.
Yeah.
Yep.
They'll break you.
That is the one thing that we try to do as good as possible. We try to be as consistent as possible. There's only been a couple of times when, we have fallen behind in, production. And that's just a lack of, personnel. By the way, if you're out there and you're looking for a brewery manager position, I'm not saying that I can't do it. I just love the fact that I get to brew beer, and that may or may not take it away from me. But we're looking for somebody. So
You heard it here.
if you feel like you can keep up with our production,
Tejas is hiring.
come on by.
Hell yeah. I hope somebody hears it that comes
Apply
in,
within.
puts in an application. That'd be great.
No, it's
Hell yeah.
we're looking for a good head brewer. So
First of all, I'm the head brewer.
no,
all right.
you know what I
Looking
mean.
for a
Brew
good-
manager.
Yeah,
Brew manager.
brewery manager. I need somebody
manager.
to do.
Somebody
Sorry,
that says,
we
"Hey, you
have
have
a
this many half
phenomenal
barrels
head
left
brewer,
of
my
Clara.
bad.
Maybe you should start brewing it." That's really what you need, right?
I do what I can. All right. I just need somebody to do the computer work because I can't do everything, and that's pretty
That's
much it.
that's the brewery industry though, wearing a lot of hats.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it can get overwhelming
It
real
can.
quick.
It
Yeah.
can. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
That's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
the thing is,
Keeps us sane.
you got to think about it.
going.
Like we're going from start to finish. That's brewing to packaging, 2 of us, and then having to have multiple processes at one time. I'm not saying that we can't do it. Obviously, we've been doing it, but the more that we grow, the more help that we need.
Do y'all get volunteers on like packaging days?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So
It's
obviously
not just
we
2 of
have-
y'all back there.
No,
No.
no. And thank God for the front of house folks that don't mind helping us out. Without them, we would not be able to fulfill all the demand that we have, which is not as high as we want it to be, but we will get there at some point.
It's a work in progress.
Yes, exactly. It's our first year. We're hoping to get bigger than this, and also with the co-packing or anything like that, it will take a few more hands to, just to make this place as successful as we want it to be. It's just, a matter of finding somebody that will be able to mesh into the whole, basically the whole. I don't even know how to explain it, to be honest with you. Just be able to mesh with everybody that works here.
Yeah.
I think everybody here is very relaxed.
The vibe is very important. Like you meshing in. Like I feel that way at Megaton. We have a solid crew. Everybody likes each other, but that's not always the case.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Though we've had people come in before. I'm not saying that they're bad people or anything like that. It's just that when it comes to the whole, working together,
The atmosphere.
every department. I'm talking about from like production to front
Sales.
of house, sales, just anything like that.
You got to kind of fit in, and sometimes people are just not a good fit. It's not that they're a bad employee. They're just sometimes you have people that aren't a good fit for what you have going on.
Exactly.
If you kind of work, if you have to have work with people that are team players. And if
Right.
you're not, you're the one you're throwing in cogs in the whole process, and it just messes with the whole entire flow. So my opinion is if you can't be a team player, you got to go.
Right.
It's either.
Unfortunately.
It's just unfortunate, but I mean, depending on how bad you are, it's not that unfortunate. Got to go. That's I mean, it's that's why I try to be, and Moses and everybody else just tries very hard to be a team player, because things get stressful.
You gotta. We talked about it last week. You gotta want to be here.
Yeah, you gotta want to
Exactly.
be here.
Yeah.
That's
And
important.
So,
That is so important.
and I want to be here, and everybody I work with, I really want them to be here too. So when people are feeling stressed, my goal is.
This
Like,
is
don't worry
not
about it. We're gonna
a
find a
normal
solution. Don't
9 to
worry.
5.
Yeah.
You're here because you want to be a part of the craft beer
Yeah.
industry.
Right.
Yeah, I want to be part. I want to be part of the growth. I want to be part of wherever this may take me. I want to be part of it. I want to be part of the story, part of the adventure, whatever. And
Love
so
that.
if I'm going to be part of the adventure, I'm going to make it as fun as possible and make it as good as
It's
possible.
a fun job.
Yeah, it should be
Right.
fun. We should enjoy it. Not all of us were born with a bunch of money and hang out on Barbados somewhere and chill and drink pina coladas. But
Yeah.
so if we're working, let's have fun doing it. Let's have fun with the people that are working here with them.
Right.
And not only that, like I'll come in, I will stay here and like help out front of house every once in a while just to see the reaction of people drinking the beer, and then they will say like, "Oh, this is the," and then we'll see them come back like multiple days, and it's so rewarding. And
All that extra time you spent makes it very rewarding seeing it.
Yeah, it does. Yep, it
Yeah.
does. Yep.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
All those worries that you had earlier are now feeling better. People are enjoying it.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely. Well, I know we kind of talked about bringing up some of the event ideas.
Yeah.
Or not ideas, sorry, the events that you have coming up. I know y'all have a car show coming up next Saturday.
This podcast is coming on Friday next week. So if you're
So it'll be-
listening right
it'll be
now,
tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah. And what's the name of it? I forgot the name.
Is it Neo Meats?
There we
Neo
go, yeah.
Meats.
Neo
Right,
Meats? Yeah,
yeah.
Neo Meats car show.
So everybody's coming up here, bringing their nice cars, and come check them out. Come check out our beer. Come check out our food.
Yeah.
Come check out our spirits. Everything's
coffee.
good. Yeah, the coffee.
And coffee.
Coffee's good.
If you had too much of the other stuff, have some coffee.
There you go. Yeah, a little balance. But yeah, and then you guys have February. You got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, February we have rodeo coming up, so we're trying to do some events for here. We got some other things going on because what is it? Mardi Gras coming
Mardi
up. So we're
Gras.
trying to do something for Mardi Gras. There's also
said
the
something
World
about
Cup
Fat
coming up
Tuesday?
after. Yeah, Fat Tuesday, and things like that. Trying to do something for that. There's a lot of people here in Houston coming up in February, so try to get those people to come out.
You
And,
said live music and comedian coming out.
yeah,
We'll
was it?
have live music every Friday and Saturday, mid-February. I'm sure we'll
I think
have.
he said Thursday, Friday, Sunday is band, and then Saturday is DJ.
Yeah,
if I'm
Saturday's
not
DJ,
mistaken.
Yep.
Yeah.
and then there's comedy show on Wednesdays.
I think it's on Tuesdays.
Tuesdays,
Nice.
yeah, comedy show.
Yeah.
Every Tuesday?
I think they may start with every Tuesday.
And Tuesdays are also Tejas Tuesdays.
Yes.
Yes.
What's that mean?
You got to come here every Tuesday, get some Tejas beer.
Oh, okay.
But it's-
I didn't know there was like a
Is it a
special
discounted
deal.
something?
Yeah, so it's the happy hour all day.
On Tuesdays?
I
think
want to
so.
say.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know. Was it also Mondays? I think all day mule happy hours. I think all day happy hour on mules
On Mondays, yes.
on Mondays.
Mule, yeah, that's right.
Mule
We got
Mondays.
Mule Mondays.
Yeah.
Mule Monday. I'm gonna have to come one of those.
So drink as much vodka and ginger beer you can.
And y'all were talking about soccer. I'm not a big soccer guy, but there's something really big happening this year in Houston.
Yeah,
so
so
it's
we
World
have
Cup.
the World Cup coming over to the U.S. So we will be showing any World Cup soccer games on TV. We have TVs on all floors. We're working on getting some TVs on first floor, and hopefully, you guys come out and come hang out with us, watch some games.
Yeah, and some of those games are in Houston, so there's going to be a lot of people here.
Yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
gonna be crazy.
So some of the games, because I know Portugal's going to be playing here, which is going to be big. Germany's going to be playing here. And so there's going to be a lot of people.
People are going to be looking up, Googling, like, all right, where
Yeah.
can I get a drink? Oh, and I
Yeah.
can also get this badass view and
Yeah.
great food. Like, hell yeah, sign me up.
Yeah, so it's a lot of people going to be in Houston for a lot of
Hey,
people
you
here
come
for
hang
rodeo.
out here, be a part of Houston, but
Yeah.
don't have to be in the crowd.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, yeah, exactly. It's going to be a great little spot to hang out, especially for the people that are just coming to Houston for the first time. This is an excellent spot to hang out in a city that you're not going to be very far where you're staying. Also, you're very central to everything else.
Right,
'Cause
very.
NRG's not very far. I mean, they got the BBVA. I don't know if it's still called that anymore, but where the Dynamos play, they got that. Mm-hmm. Not too far there, because I knew they were doing some fun fair things over there for the FIFA World Cup.
Yeah.
But it's
Let's see, just being in Cellular Yards, you're surrounded by lots of great food options, lots of other places to go if you want to go hop around.
Yeah.
It is a great little hoppable area. Like,
What are the
very
closest breweries to you?
great. Platypus.
Howler, Platypus, and City Orchard.
Okay.
Well, yeah, City Orchard, Howler, and Platypus, and then right across the freeway you have San Arnold's.
Okay.
What is it? The other one's really
Gristworks.
close as well as Bad Astronaut's not too far.
Oh yeah,
either.
Bad
Oh,
Astronaut
yeah,
and
Bad
Gris.
Astronaut.
Yeah.
Bad Astronaut's very far.
Shout out Rocky.
And you go a little bit further, you have Eureka Heights, and unfortunately, I think a few other. I guess Walking Stick. Would you consider? Walking Stick is another one.
Yeah, and
Okay.
great heights. Yeah,
Yeah, and they're not far out of just over there.
yeah. So you really
But-
could hit a lot of. If you're a brewery, somebody that likes to hit breweries, like which there are a lot of those people that like to travel, or they
Yeah.
travel for work or the whatever, and they try to hit as many breweries as they can.
Yeah, some of those other ones we named, you would probably need a vehicle or an Uber around, but for
Right,
Howler,
yeah.
Howler, Platypus, and City Orchard, you can walk
You
to
could
all
walk,
those.
yeah, absolutely, or bike. You
Yeah.
know, yeah,
And there's some little bars you can stop off on your way as well.
yeah.
But there's I'll definitely make this one probably one stop, get your eat on. Make your final stop, you can explore a little bit more to get to eat and drink. So
Right.
it's a good final stop.
We also have the art district right behind us. If you guys are a big fan of art, we have a bunch of little studios behind us. They make some great art. Not only that, they also have a bunch of art on the walls. If they're not open in that moment, just go check them out. Really great artists back there.
Yeah, there's a lot of great murals around here for sure.
Yeah,
You
there
can see
are.
them there.
Yep. And if you're into rock climbing,
Momentum.
Momentum.
I just went there today.
Yeah, that place.
Did you?
Oh, I went to because I used to climb a lot, and I have not in the past like almost 8 years or so. And I went to check and see how much their yearly subscription is, and I was like, yeah, I might get back to it. Yeah,
And if you got,
and I'll have to come here more often because it's right there.
Yeah.
maybe make it real interesting. Do your drinking here first, and go
Drink
climbing
here
it?
first, and then go climb. Yeah,
No, I don't
Just
recommend
throw
that.
up on any of the.
I won't condone to the injury, but
We also have Maven Coffee, who's right there on the parking lot right behind us. They have coffee, they have food, they have drinks, anything you need.
That's not the coffee y'all sell, is it?
no, they have their own
Okay.
coffee over there. Maybe
I love that you're promoting other businesses. That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole point of this, right? We're trying to
Yeah,
help each other out.
100%.
That's,
Yep.
That's
In that
that's,
vein, I do have a question that me and Casey always ask everybody that we talk to. Mike, might know about this question. Top 5 breweries in Houston, other than your brewery.
top
Okay.
5.
Go ahead. You go first.
Yeah, you can go ahead, Mike.
In no particular order.
No particular order.
No particular order. So I really enjoy St. Arnold's.
St. Arnold.
I really also enjoy what's the other one? My goodness, Bad Astronaut's great.
Bad Astronaut.
The other one that's over on Harrisburg. Why am I forgetting it?
Equal parts.
Equal parts. I like
Equal parts. That makes every list.
What we got here? Megaton and Deca.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
We'll take it.
Like I said, it's always the experience that makes it the best. You know,
Appreciate
so you
that.
can,
Right on, man.
That's the experience that makes it the best. So it's just you can think you have the best beer, but if you can't make a very good impression, it's just I don't know.
I mean, that's half the battle is being seen.
Yeah, it is. It is a difficult battle sometimes, depending. Like we're up in Kingwood, so we kind of have like like when we do events, we kind of, hey, we're really close to Deca. I'm really close to Megaton. Really close to Backview. Final Gravity just opened this past year. Like we definitely always throw that out there. But yeah, like sometimes coming down in the loop, there are places I walk into and I'm like, all right, they only have X amount of taps, and it's a lot of like hyper local. And so getting in there is a little bit difficult sometimes.
And I'm definitely missing a lot of good ones out there. So I mean, if I didn't say, it doesn't mean anything. I mean, there's a lot
Houston
of
has
local.
some of the best breweries that I've ever been to.
If you said distilleries, I can do that easy. But you said breweries,
You know
and
what?
it makes
For
it a little more
fun,
tough.
give us your top 5 distilleries.
In Texas, because Austin, in Texas, I'll give you because Houston doesn't really have any. But
We'll take Texas.
Andalusia, I love. Still, Austin's great. Garrison Brothers is great. Let me see. Let me really think. Ranger Creek is great. Let's see who else is really good. Balcones for the single malt.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
excellent.
Very
In
cool.
Waco,
First
right?
ever top
Yeah,
5
Balcones is
distilleries.
So Andalusia's gonna be my favorite. I love their Striker single malt. Excellent.
Love that.
It's excellent.
And Moses, you got your top 5 ready?
Obviously here. Tejas.
You can't say here.
Oh, okay. All right. Number one, I gotta say, and this is one that I've recently visited, Excalibur.
Ooh.
They're not in the loop.
No, we count them.
They're more
Yeah, in
closer.
Tomball, aren't they? Or
They're in
They're
Spring.
more in Spring.
That's right, Spring.
Old Town
Right next to the
Spring.
caboose.
Yeah.
Excalibur, fantastic.
Great people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the fact that they got one person back there in production is
And so many beers.
yes. Yes.
So many beers.
The amount of beers on that wall is
Yeah.
crazy.
And they got
But-
Stout Fest coming up.
That's right.
Stout Fest is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excalibur is great.
Excalibur, fantastic. Obviously we got Bad Astronaut. Like I said,
Great
shout
one.
out my friend Rocky. Rocky's good man. We got Eureka Heights.
Bad Astronaut, Eureka Heights.
Bad Astronaut, Eureka Heights, Excalibur.
Excalibur.
I feel like I need
Two
to
more,
get
two more.
out.
Two more.
I want to say
Two more.
Karbach, but
You can say Karbach if you want to say Karbach.
that'd be more biased only because I've it's a good place. Don't get me wrong. Like the people are great, the beer's great. Obviously they got they got bought out by IAB, but they still make good quality.
You're not the
beer.
first
I can't-
person to say Karbach in
Right.
your
No,
top 5.
you're not. Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's the relief.
I mean, Holler's good. Holler's, I don't know, Holler's great.
Is that your top 5, Holler?
I think that's 5.
Holler is gonna have to be tied with City Orchard. I understand City Orchard makes mostly ciders, but City
They're good.
Orchard has
Ciders are good.
They
beer
are.
as well.
We're already having conversations about talking to City Orchard,
Yes.
so all good. You could say City Orchard if you want.
City Orchard, they have beer as well, and they make some
I didn't know
really
that.
good beer.
I didn't know they made beer.
Yeah, they have beer there too. They have beer on tap. If cider's not your thing,
Not
but
my
you just
thing.
want to visit,
I don't care for ciders, but I do
They
like
do
City
have
Orchard.
really
You
good
don't-
beer
you
on
what?
I don't
tap.
care for ciders, but
I don't
City
like
Orchard's
cider
pretty
either.
good.
I think theirs are the best in Houston.
They
Oh,
are.
yeah.
I've heard that
They
a
are.
lot.
I agree.
Without a doubt, they are. Without a doubt.
No, I like your top 5. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's
So
awesome.
we're at the 34-minute mark on the second half.
34?
34. What did I say?
I think so. I don't know.
Fuel.
34. You Frenched it up a little
Something
bit.
like that, yep.
Fuel.
I've been doing that a little bit lately.
He had 8 shots during the
Okay,
break.
that
so
just means I got to get right to where you are.
8 shots.
What
4
number is
coffee
this?
cup.
What number podcast is this?
22.
This is 22.
22. All
Can you
right.
believe that we've done 22 of these?
Crazy, yeah.
It's wild, and we've almost asked everybody their top 5 throughout all of them. We really do need to go through them and figure out the list. I know Equal Parts is going to be the number one.
You think so? I feel like in the beginning of doing all this, they didn't get mentioned that much, and then they started to be
James.
mentioned.
We want to do another podcast with James at City Acre, so we can ask him his top 5, and maybe 1 or 2 other people. But I think the majority of people we've asked their top 5.
Yeah, we do kind of want to do like a ranking, like a list from what
That'd be
everybody has
interesting.
said, and just to see, because a lot of people, especially I notice, owners and brewers have different ways of like it's more relationship based, experience based. They sometimes err on the side of like their beer quality, but more so I think it's the relationship that they have with these people, and a lot of that usually comes through in their ranking.
Yeah,
I would agree.
I get that.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I had all these different marks. I do customer service is a huge thing for me. Vibe and atmosphere is a huge thing. Of course, the quality of the beer, but it's a mixture of those things.
Yeah.
When somebody asks me that, though, I think beer. I'm not thinking about any of that. Not saying that you're wrong. That's how I think is like, okay, who makes the best beer in my opinion? When you ask me that question, this is usually what I go for, because I go all day about atmosphere and the type of vibe that you get, or the treatment you get from the staff and whenever you come in and things like that. But the quality of the beer, the way
I think that's the top tier thing
Yeah.
of those categories.
for me anyway.
Yeah. And I respect that 100%. I think that's the most important thing.
It is important,
In 2026, because we're out of 2025 now. Happy New Year, everybody.
New Year.
But in 2026, if you're not making the best product that you can, you're not going to survive. We've already seen that happen.
Tough market.
Yeah.
It is a tough market. We're in survival mode right now. We are still in a bad economy. The economy is not great. And I've been talking about this. I feel like a lot of people don't understand the economy. They're like, the economy is getting better. I'm like, no, the economy is not getting better. The rate that the economy, that things are getting more expensive is slowing down. But things are not going to get cheaper, including craft beer. And that means going out and spending money, you're going to be spending more money, no matter what.
Yeah.
Where do you guys see the future of like Houston craft beer?
I'm hoping that it gets better. Obviously, we all hope that things get better, right? But obviously, with all the legislative things going on and tariffs and things like that, I mean, grain is not going to get any cheaper.
Right.
So obviously, it's going to get a lot more expensive just to make beer. Hopefully, it gets better, because obviously, I have a good amount of friends inside of the beer industry, and I do not want just myself to be, just this company to be successful. I would want them to be successful as well. I think we all want to make the best product that we can, right? Nobody wants to, make the same thing that everybody else does. But with the way things are going, things are going to get tough.
I think it's going to get better. I think it's going to get better. I mean, if you look at the trends the last 20 years for craft beer, it always spikes and always plateaus, and it always spikes. Always, I mean, it's insane. It's like watching an earthquake go through. I mean, it has a high point and it goes back to a low point.
Yeah.
It has a high point and a low point. So, I mean, are we at the low point? I don't think we're at the low point. I think we are at the low point, but the lowest point. But I think we are. I think it's going to go up. I think it will. I think probably 2026. I think we're going to see an increase in craft beer. People want to try something local and craft. I think people are going to want to get local. I think
Right.
2026 will be a good year.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just a little pessimistic,
That's all right. I mean, it is kind of like, it is sometimes doom and gloom when we look at the numbers and stuff like that. But I think to your point, I think it's really just about, I know for sure, like bringing in more younger people to drinking, a lot of people, like you see these articles about
Yeah.
Gen Gen Z and all that stuff like that. And not all of them have even turned 21 yet. Not all of them have lived through the hard enough times to make you want to drink.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I shouldn't say that, but I mean, I am just kind of making a joke. But I do think that you make it more experiential. You have an experience beyond just like, here, we have beers. You know, you have an experience on top of that. I think that's what that market is looking for the most part.
I mean, it's so for, this venue in particular, like the light beers sell the most. And I think it's just because we attract a lot of the people just wanting to go somewhere with the rooftop. And, so they're drinking light beers, where most craft locations, your best beers are not going to be your lights or your lagers. It's going to be something that's kind of your staple or unique beer.
A unique
thing.
And
so, we don't thrive off the uniqueness of beer here. We thrive off, something that's easy to drink for people, because we're kind of in it's a very central area to the city. And so you have a lot of, we have a very young crowd here. And so they're just drinking nice light beer. So nice, easy drinking beer, because they want to hang out, enjoy the view, and eat some food, and have nice light beer. So
I was listening, and I just took a bathroom trip, and I got a coffee porter. But you said that you have a nice younger crowd here.
Yeah, we get a nice young crowd here. So I think it's just being kind of close to the Heights. It's still kind of the hot spot where people want to go out and hang out. A lot of young families that live in this area too. So, I think we get a decent young crowd that comes here, and so I think that crowd, which we're looking at, not being a very big into drinking, so maybe they are drinking, but they're drinking something that's not too crazy. They're drinking light, easy drinking beers. And so
what is the average price of a beer, if you don't mind me asking?
$5-6 here.
That's not bad.
No, I think it's that's where beer should be.
Yeah,
beer should be $5-6. And so I think and I think your cocktails are average around $11 to $13, and I think that's where it should be too.
That's
no
average.
matter if it's a brewery, distillery, or your local bar, man, cocktails should be, unless you're drinking something fancy, high end. That of course that comes to that. But if you're just drinking, like, say, a Buffalo Trace Old Fashioned, that should be a $13 cocktail, man.
I love talking about money. We talked about it a little bit off the air.
I hear you giving some away too, right?
What?
I hear you giving away some too for.
Say it one more time.
I hear you giving some money away too, right? Just
I'm not giving any money away. No, I'm not
While you're on
Mr.
the
Money.
subject, can I get some money?
I'm just very
please?
conscious with my money, and I'm very into investing right now, and it's something I try to inspire people to do, because I think you need to. As things get more expensive, you need to put your money in places where it's going to make you money as things are getting more expensive.
100%.
But when we look at the economic situation, and a lot of these breweries, they're in the higher end. You're spending like probably $7 or $8 going to a local brewery typically on a beer. $6 is not bad at all, especially for. Well, let me try this coffee porter. I haven't had a sip of it yet. You want a sip of this?
I'll try it.
Yeah. That's. I heard coffee porter. This is made with your coffee.
Yes, we have a Capio cold brew.
I didn't even know that was something you had. Yeah, it's.
We have a cold brew we put in there.
I love a good coffee porter. Coffee porter is what got me into craft beer. So I asked myself what I just had the Mexican lager, and I said I had the stout, and I was like, let me try. What should I try? They said the coffee porter. I said, let's go. But we were talking about it a little bit off the air, and something we kept talking about is younger people not drinking in the economic situation, and it's been a rumor that it's health conscious. They don't want to drink because they're more focused on being healthy.
Or Deltas, thinking of switching to THC seltzers.
Or switching to THC, but
which is more expensive, I do believe, right, than beer?
Depending on where you're going, I'm sure. Okay. What's a THC soda at Backview cost? Do you know? Or Eighth Wonder? What is that like?
I don't pay for them, so I don't know. I know the price went up like after 2 weeks of being on tap.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was $14 for a crowler, then it went up to $20.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna lie. I only did the whole THC
So yeah, I mean,
thing.
But they trust there's no hangover with THC, and that's probably where that goes. But
Yeah.
that's a strong promotion point.
that's a strong promotion point. But is it more that younger people aren't buying alcohol because they can't afford to buy alcohol? Do you think they'd rather just stay home and watch Netflix and not spend money?
No, I think definitely.
I think there's got to be some of it.
I don't know. It's tough. I mean, the the ones that you do see drinking, like say the college kids, whatever, but that's a college thing. You know, they're buying cheap beer.
Yeah,
because you know it's affordable.
I got a daughter in college that
And they
has
wanna
no
drink.
interest in drinking.
They want to drink, and they're going cheap beer, and they're kind of sacrificing. I don't know if they're sacrificing, but they're buying an easy, cheap drinking beer. And there's a good variety of cheap beer out there that's, you know, we may not think is great, but you know, at the end of the day, does it taste good? And is it cheap? And there are stuff out
It's
there.
good beer pong beer.
Yeah, it's good beer pong beer, and I think that's what they're going for. And so, I don't know. It's really tough, you know, because if you look at the numbers, this generation has dropped. If you look at alcohol in general, you know, each generation is roughly around $20-something billion industry. It's roughly $20-something billion. That's if you're combining liquor, wine, and alcohol and beer into it. Each generation is roughly $20 billion. This newest generation is only consuming about $7 billion. You know, so it's dropped dramatically, and it's kind of tough to figure out where they're going with it. You know, are they
And you
drinking
can't
less?
say it's all of them. You know, it's portions, obviously.
Yeah, it's a portion.
And you got some that are out there like ready to drink, and you got some, like you said, that just want to go home and save their money, or you know, whatever they are into, maybe just not going out as much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't really have the answer, but it's also, you know, we go out and do demos or tastings. You know, you see a lot of teenagers that I just don't want to drink beer. We're not teenagers. I mean, adults are. You know, it's just like they just really never don't drink beer.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see that trend though with the not drinking, and I myself have kind of over the past couple months decided that I was going to cut back quite a bit, and I see other people that I'm peers of mine, people I know on Facebook that are kind of doing the same thing, and it's just kind of happening for one reason or the other.
Yeah, it might be a health thing, you know. So
I think it's both, because people want to keep more of their money. I don't know. I just feel like we're not 2025. I felt like people didn't want to spend money. I feel like they're keeping their money in their pockets.
Money's got to be a big factor because it is way more expensive to live now.
I think it is a factor to a certain point. You know, if you really want to drink, you're gonna spend money on alcohol.
No, you don't think so, Moses?
I think if they want to drink, they're gonna buy alcohol.
I want to hear what Moses has to say. He was shaking his head.
To be fair, I think it's more of a health thing. I think it's more of a health thing, right? Growing up, you see a lot of like your family members who are like, obviously you see them have like a drinking problem, right? Now I don't blame that all on beer or alcohol. Kind of might stem from something that may have happened to them before, right? But that obviously factors down to the person that sees it. And that's kind of why I have stopped to a certain extent, obviously, because I'm obviously still having drinks here. But I think that might be a factor. Not only that, but like, you know, with social media and, you know, just everybody kind of having that, what would you call it? Because, like, obviously everybody wants to be seen, right? So you end up having, like, a TikTok or something. You want to be more...
Oh, now you're under the microscope.
Yeah. So you want to be more aesthetically pleasing or something.
Mm-hmm. That does drive people to make changes. Mm-hmm. It does.
Yeah.
You're right.
Something you just said kind of stuck with me. So I grew up in a household where my parents, my dad being a boomer and my mom being Gen X, did not drink at all. At least when I was growing up.
My parents don't drink.
Your parents don't drink? My parents did not drink with me growing up. They drink a little bit more now, but they did not drink when I was a kid. Me and my wife have always drank. We took our daughter, who's 18 in college now, to breweries with us, and she would watch us drink. And she has no interest in drinking. And
My 14-year-old's kind of like that too, in a way. He's kind of acts like he's he's 14, so there's still a lot of time, you know, but he is definitely kind of, I can see him being like, nah, I'm good. I've seen what it can do.
Yeah, I actually have a girlfriend right now who doesn't drink at all or does not partake in anything. And she runs
to sample the goods.
No,
you're like,
no,
hey, try what I'm making. What do you think?
No, no. But she is dedicated to running these marathons that any sort of marathon, any sort of running that she can do, she will partake in it. So I understand where she's coming from, but I feel like some people do that, just for the health reasons more than anything else.
I don't know. There's a lot of these runners who like to drink, man. When we do the little St. Arnold's thing,
I was going to ask if
those
y'all
are
had a run
drinkers,
club.
man. We had a running club.
They do
and-
love to drink.
Yeah, and when we did a couple running things, and they drink.
Yeah, they do.
They drinkers.
All these
the
breweries have run clubs now, especially the ones in the Heights.
By the way, we have a run club every Wednesday. H-Town Run Club.
Okay, so good. Okay, I'm glad we brought that up.
Michael.
And they get drunk.
Talk to him. He's a great person. That man does so much for
Is
any
this-
sort of like charity.
Michael, the brewer that we talked to a minute ago?
No.
This is
There's
the
a lot of
third
Michaels
Oh,
here.
this is
Too many
Yeah, it's the
Michaels.
third Michael.
Way too many Michaels.
No, great man, sweet
feel
soul.
special
That
with my
man
name.
is he does everything he can for other people. That is the most selfless man that I've ever met. I will stay here on purpose every Wednesday to talk to him. I've recently had a cousin of mine who had cancer, and without hesitation, I told him about it. I told him that my cousin was raising money to get the procedure done. Immediately sent money. That is, Michael. I am forever grateful to you. Like, if it wasn't for you and that little bit of money that you gave, I don't want to call it a little bit, but it was, it was a large amount that she needed. And with that amount that you gave, she was able to get it.
It's amazing. How's she doing?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
She is
Very good.
good now. She got the procedure done. We don't have anything to worry about. They are still checking every once in a while to make sure that it is gone, but she's good. She's good.
Yeah, that's good, man. Cheers to that, dude.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
No, cheers to that.
Yeah.
Thank God
Very
for
cool.
that man.
Yeah.
Okay, we're coming close to the end of this thing. We're at 52 minutes, so we're almost at 2 hours total. It's 2026. We haven't really talked about that much today. We're in a new year. New Year's was yesterday. New Year's Eve was the day before. By the way, before we get into what I'm about to ask, did y'all party on New Year's?
Oh yeah.
What'd you do, Mike?
No.
We had a friend's house. We were part of that family. A friend of the family. So we went to their house. So
You bring any Tejas products?
of course, I always bring it. I always bring. Well, since they're all Hispanic, I always bring Clara. That seems to be the one they like to drink the most.
Right.
So of
doesn't
course,
love
any
Clara?
little thing
Yeah,
I bring, and they
really good.
and they're always happy to see it, and they usually drink it first. Then when we run out, they go to Modelo. So
That's cool.
I
That's
also
nice.
get
Always-
invited to all the parties because they're like, oh, he's going to bring beer with him. That seems to be the case.
well, I have to go. I mean, it's all friends and family that we go to, so I'm there regardless. But they like the beer I bring the most. Sometimes I bring whiskey. They're like, oh no, I don't know. What did Mike bring this time? It's usually too much for him. Whatever. I'm like, it's good. They're like, oh no.
Moses was asking me earlier why we didn't bring beer.
You know what? I do have a beer if y'all want to crack. I don't want to do it on the podcast. This is your
Yes.
podcast, but I have,
Yes.
I have a new beer from Megaton in my cooler that's still cold
yeah.
if y'all want to try. We can go crack it
God,
open
yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that. It's Cold Day in Hellas, our brand new Hellas that just came out. It's on the market.
Cold day in Hellas.
Yeah, we'll try that out. But I was going to ask you, Moses, what did you do on New Year's?
I was here. So we had a New Year's event here on third floor. So we basically sold tickets, had a bunch of people here. I had a feeling. So we only have two places where people can come up here. And I had a feeling that the person checking people in was going to get a little overwhelmed. So I'll help them out. I was also drinking. But trust me, I love this place. And anything that I can do to help out, I will. They don't have to ask me. I will do it voluntarily.
So you'll have lines of people getting these tickets.
Yes.
And you're just kind of entertaining them a little bit to kind of soften the blow of them having to wait.
Yes.
That's what I envisioned.
I was.
You can go. You can
I was
go.
being.
You gotta go.
You had,
you can go.
you had the
No, you
one
gotta go.
person giving the tickets out, and they had like wristbands or whatever, and they're trying to like entertain
Yes.
people while they're waiting, so that way
Right.
they don't get too frustrated.
Welcome, thank y'all for coming, all
Exactly.
that. Yeah.
Yep. Commenting on people's.
It makes a difference,
attire.
though. It really does. People,
yeah.
it makes them feel like they're being, taken care of.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep.
And I was gonna say, I actually got to see Casey for a little bit on New Year's Eve. I was at Megaton. We did a watch party. If you don't know this, we're kind of Fallout, like the video game theme. So we did a watch party for episode 2 and 3 of Fallout.
I love that show.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, and I didn't get to watch all the episode because Casey texted me. He said, "Hey, if you come over to Decca, I'll make you a sandwich." He was testing some sandwiches, so he made me a Reuben over there that was absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, so I'm starting a pop-up. Starts this coming up Wednesday. If you're listening to this on the podcast, it'll be all I've already done for my first week. But every Wednesday, I'll be doing sandwiches, and then we'll switch to burgers, and we'll probably do tacos, cheesesteak sandwiches, just kind of something affordable for people to eat on Wednesdays. And it kind of gives me a chance to sort of let my cooking wings spread a little. And so, yeah, I made Brandon
really
a
good.
Reuben.
No, I needed it.
I love Rubens,
And-
man. Those are good.
I know by just when I handed it to you, I was very proud of what I handed to you.
I
sure it was
really
good.
enjoyed it. It was really great, and I got to knock off my checklist. Because I'm from the north side of Houston. I live closer to like Memorial, Spring Branch area, but I got to hang out at Megaton. I got to hang out at Decca for a little bit. Some of my closest friends that I grew up with were at Decca that night, so I got to see them. And then I went over to Final Gravity, and I had a half a drink because I can't do drinking at all these places. And then I swung back to Megaton, but I had to get home to watch Stranger Things with my wife.
God. I haven't watched the last season of that. My brother has been binging that for like the past couple days. I can't watch it. I can get into Fallout, but Stranger Things not too much.
Is it too
But then
scary
again,
for
I
you?
love
It's too
D&D.
scary.
Don't
It's
get
too
me
scary.
wrong.
You know what
you.
though? We started that show when we've been together almost 10 years now, and we started that show when it just came out at the beginning of our relationship. So it was kind of cool to finish it together like that.
Oh, that's
Cool.
great.
Yeah.
No, that's
Very
great.
romantic.
By the way, just
I think
plugging
I
in
mentioned Stranger
another
Things in my vows. I'm not
brewery,
kidding.
but Maybe I'll do it in a second.
Moses wanted to plug another brewery.
Yeah, Frosttown has
We
D&D,
love Frosttown.
Oh yeah.
D&D nights every Tuesday.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to go, but I don't have enough time.
So you do
but
D&D.
I've wanted to. I've never had the chance.
Okay, I've
an
never done it,
investment.
but I would like.
I would do a DD campaign with y'all too. You want to joke? All four of us?
You're
It's
not.
it's
you're
an
not
investment
down.
of time.
I would love to go with
That's for
somebody
sure.
else who also has never done it because that would
Yeah.
make me feel less like weird about. Okay,
I know
guys,
Moon
I'm
Tower
new
does
here.
D&D too.
And I'm gonna ask really dumb questions. Really dumb.
Me too. I'm gonna be crazy chaotic and make it really difficult for the DM, but that'd be fine.
That sounds like
Yeah.
every time I've ever played it.
Yeah,
There's always
good.
somebody.
That's good.
It just burns everything down.
Yep.
Wait, I can do this. All right, I'm gonna do that then. Yeah.
I'm just
Set
gonna
it on
hit
fire.
everybody that we meet, main character or not. It's fine. It'll be okay.
Casey, did anything happen on New Year's to you after I left you with your sandwiches?
I got great feedback from everybody at Decca. We kind of cleaned up, packed up, and left a little early. And then I went and grabbed some fireworks with my 8-year-old Knox, and we went and blew some shit up. And then I had beers that night, so I ended up going to sleep. That was maybe like 1:30 ish. But yeah, we stayed up, did the whole like midnight thing, and then. But yeah, I was pretty toasty by the end of it.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then I have one more question for both of y'all.
Okay, we're ready.
What does 2026 look like for Tejas?
Tiring. Very tiring.
I thought you said retiring. I was like, wait a second. Hold on.
No. Hopefully it's good. But with good comes, a lot of work. I'm not saying that we can't do it. I'm just saying we are looking for somebody else.
Mm-hmm. And you're a very realistic person I'm picking up.
Yeah. No,
I get
try
that.
to be, yeah.
I'm like that too. Got to balance the optimism with a little pessimism to stay in the real.
I feel like we're gonna have a lot of growth. I think 2026 Tejas gonna have a lot of growth. I think we're gonna expand. So 2026 is looking pretty good as far as branching out into more retail, branching out more locations. So I think we may go a little more statewide with Total Wine with all of Tejas. So that's
nice.
great. HEB, we are looking to go statewide with HEB as well.
Oh yeah.
Which will come with a little bit of pain, because just liquid lips trying to get that out there. But no, I think it's gonna be a lot of growth. I'm feeling very optimistic about it.
That's
I think
awesome.
it's gonna be.
He's
going to
be the reason why I'm so tired all the time. But it's a good thing.
man.
It's a good thing. Don't get
That
me
means you
wrong.
got a
It's
good sales guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm always here to help, man. No, it's.
Yeah, but when you're all able to hire the second person that you're looking for, that'll alleviate a lot of
Yeah,
a lot
no,
of
it
things
will.
for you.
Yeah.
And create new problems. And new
Don't tell me that,
new
man.
challenges.
I think 2026 would be good for craft as well.
Yeah, it'd be
Maybe
good.
not problems,
be
but
good.
challenges. Is
I hope you're right.
That's true.
I think
Yeah.
so. I think 2026 will be. I think we'll see an uptick in craft, hopefully, unless. I think it's important in craft is you just kind of at least trying to figure out what the trends are, and it's. I don't know. Sometimes you got to go with the trend.
Yeah, strike when it's hot.
Sometimes you got to go with like say if a lot of people may hate this, but if people are pounding juicy IPAs with adjunct in there, that's what's in. And so it just sometimes you got to find what people are liking. If people are just light, easy drinking beer, and you're the type of person who just no man, I only like IPAs. No, I only like stouts. I only like this. You just gotta drink what the overall consumer wants to consume. And,
Right.
I think that's what's, it's always as your craft brewery. So you got to, have some creative things, of course, and especially for your brewery, your tap room, you got to have some creative stuff out there. But if you want to branch out, I think you just got to have some things that people are going to appease the masses almost. And so,
Absolutely.
But it depends on what your goal is. If your goal is, I just want to brew a little bit, I want to have a fun tap room, and you got a good foot traffic in your tap room, that's what makes you happy, then that's it. But if you want to try to expand and get bigger, then you got to look and see what's selling. You got to look what people like.
Mm-hmm.
And so if your passion is just sours, that's fine, but that's a tough market. It's a really tough market. Maybe you just leave that to the Martin House, let them do their thing, because
Right.
don't try to. That's such a niche market.
Very.
Like whiskeys, if your passion is cask strength, that's such a niche market to get cask strength. Everybody wants to drink lower ABVs and drinking whiskey. It's affordable. So I don't know. 2026, I think is gonna be good overall. In a nutshell.
Yeah.
You talk about foot traffic. You're starting to get this place loaded up. People are showing up now.
It's gone down, right?
Yeah, there's a bunch of people behind
anymore.
Casey.
But yeah, there's people sitting outside enjoying the view and taking lots of pictures, and the sun's
weather's
been
nice.
setting. It's been really nice.
Yeah, as long as the weather's nice, people like to come out.
Yeah.
And so it's good to see people here.
I think having events too will really help. Is this something that's somewhat new? Like having these kind of weekly, everyday events?
No, they have. I think all of last year we always had DJ, live music, some sort. The comedy thing was something we've been doing the last couple months. I think they've tried to kick that off. They try to do like a monthly event, whether it's going to be a pop-up or something. We try to do something like that to keep.
What do you
people
mean
to
by
come out.
pop-up? Like food?
Not so much pop-up, like local vendors.
Market type.
Okay.
Like a market type
Markets,
thing.
gotcha.
Or even a car show coming here. I'd say that's a pop-up or whatever. Just something to kind of get people to come out, load up the parking lot with people here.
Yeah.
We've
Or keep
done-
the people that are already coming to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of our biggest events was 713 Day. We dealt with a market there. That was,
Hell yeah. That's
is
one of my
massive.
favorite, man.
and that brought a lot of local vendors here that have a lot of Houston swag that they're
Yes.
selling. Whether it's just local foods or people making homemade chamoy or people homemade jellies or things like that. It was
That's the way to
bring
do
up
it,
quite a
man.
bit.
I think a lot of people show up for that event. We did similar events, or I did one at Ingenious, and it was on a Thursday night, and we were packed.
Yeah.
And we just leaned into it. We just had a lot of things going on, and I wanted to do it the following year, but that was the year we closed. So, and it would have been on a Saturday because of the leap year.
Oh.
So I was always like, yes, this is going to be a great event because I think to y'all's point, man, like you did it and it was a success and you promote it. People show up for that kind of event. People love Houston.
Yeah. That's a
So
fact.
I feel like we're at the end of this thing. Y'all have anything you want to say before we shut this thing down?
Well, thank you very much for the invite. This has been fun. It's always good talking about brews and just off the wall topics with you guys. It's always good to see you. So any excuse to see you guys is great. So I mean,
man.
it was
Likewise.
fun, man. So thank you.
Thank y'all for having us out. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, thank you for
Absolutely.
having us out. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, man.
I know we're across the table from each other, but yeah.
Clink,
Yeah,
clink.
there you go. Thanks, guys. We're going to shut this down. Thank you for watching episode 22.
Deuce.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Yeah.